just use tape.
Oh my god. They do teach you some really cool things in film school, but like it's also like it's so like specific to the time. When it comes to like things like effects. One of my friends, he recently did this amazing course where you learn like prosthetics for films.
Oh yeah.
And the tutors at one point trying to show him like this really cool stuff from the old film, and all the he's like a bit older than me, and everyone else is like in their 20s, and all the 20-year-olds were going like, "This is rubbish." It's like, yeah, but at the time, this was like revolutionary, yeah. But
there's like with the movie stuff, because I was thinking about it before, with all these movies coming out, and I was like, a movie is just like a story, like kind of like you think about it, date all the way back. You think of like when like an elderly person gets all the kids around, right? Yeah, and then tells a story, and then the kids are like amazed by it. That's just the origins of it. So like along the way, somehow, right? Yeah, it got less about the story, more about the effects and stuff like that. So that's why probably like most people aren't interested in that more, because the story isn't that strong.
Yeah, and also it's like it's difficult to tell like an original story. But also I think effects are like important too. Like I like that it's like it's been pioneered. People like finding new ways to like amaze you just by like something visual rather than like
but
so yeah.
you think about it, like do people go back to watch a whole movie because of the story, or do they just go back for the effects?
I rarely I'm not a good example because I rarely go back to movies, but the movies.
Oh,
really? Yeah. So the only movies I'll go back to are The Departed and The Nice Guys.
Oh, The Departed, Leonardo DiCaprio one, yeah.
No. Oh yes. Oh yes. Yeah.
And The Nice Guys with Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good choices.
Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah.
There's a very good.
Yeah.
I was quite surprised.
And at Christmas I tried to watch
Old Boy.
I was gonna say. Oh yeah, of course, Old Boy. But the Spike Lee version. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet.
Do you know what? I do ultimately prefer the Korean one, but I like the fight sequence better in the American one.
You said that.
And there's other stuff in the American one because they changed some bits as well. But yeah.
I think they had to change like a lot of bits because you don't want like it like for like in it.
Oh no, it wasn't a lot. They only changed a few things, I'd say. But the things they changed. But okay, they changed something towards the end that was like quite big, I think.
Well, it turns out.
Do you want me to spoil it for you?
Yeah, because I'm not gonna watch it.
Oh, so basically, at the end, Old Boy goes back to the prison.
Oh, what happened to the Korean one? Did he kill himself?
No,
he cuts off his tongue.
No. Does he?
He cuts off his tongue.
Does he? Okay. No, doesn't he do that? Doesn't that actor do that in Ichi the Killer? Because the same actor.
Nah, because I haven't seen
Ichi the Killer.
that one.
Okay.
I haven't seen that one.
Then
I
it might
remember
be that.
Old Boy.
Oh, fair enough.
So it scarred me for life, that one.
What, Old Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah. And yes, it's a shame. It was like they were doing making love so sweet. It was like right for a porno. Which in many ways it is, as you do get that option, incest. But on pornos it's a fantasy, and they unfortunately do the real thing.
But I'm guessing maybe a lot of guys that are into their daughters are gonna be watching that a lot.
But I think the whole point is that they know that it's their daughter. If it was like they didn't know, I think that would take away the attraction for them.
Do you know, like one time I was in a chat room and I was talking to a girl. And then with chat rooms, you never know like if you're actually talking to the same person and stuff. She told me she was a stripper. She sent me like all these pictures, and I was like, okay, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, but check off to this later. But she was telling me that like her dad will come to see her stripping, and she'll stripping totally naked in front of him, and then she fantasized about like them having sex. Now thinking about it, maybe it wasn't actually a girl saying that. Maybe it was just some twisted person. But then again, you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. Know. People do like a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, look, what's that? Is it Papas and Mamas? Is it Papas and Mamas?
Yeah, the Great Mamas Papas. Yeah. That Cass was in.
Yeah. And then I think one of the guys was having sex with his daughter.
Oh yikes! Wow.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if it's allegedly,
Okay.
but apparently he was having sex with his daughter.
Yeah, there's a guy in the Rolling Stones actually who. Oh wait, actually, let me. Before I mention that, so you know, with the dad going to the strip club, I mean, he was supporting his daughter financially, which is nice.
I got a funny story about that.
And also, there's a funny story I heard about. So, do you know the porn star Pinky, like a black porn star?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, not probably, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not that person, but you know of her. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So, her dad's in prison, and the guys there, they watch porn, and they like black girls, and Pinky's like the biggest black porn star.
So he has to watch his.
So yeah, and he has seen his yeah. But the weird thing is like they've been bonding whilst he's been in prison, because the thing is like if you're in prison, you can't really judge her for being a porn star anymore.
I'm so proud of the way you took that cum shot.
Yeah, but
how you took all those 2 dicks
yeah.
in your mouth. I'm so proud, baby.
Hey, it's difficult. It's difficult, you know.
In the challenge.
There are in all seriousness, there are some porn stars. I mean, it's true of all porn stars to a degree, but there are some porn stars that I would say are very similar to like stuntmen, because
the what?
Are very similar to like stuntmen.
Yeah,
like, I mean, like you see the size of these things they do and the positions they put their bodies in.
Yeah.
And I've even heard in like some porn star interviews where they wouldn't date someone who had like a really really big penis.
Because they were rude.
Because like they don't want their guts like rearranged and like
well, that's
like now and then is fine, but like every day would be like
Well, that's funny because like you'd think like you'd want to go like go with somebody with a big penis, because if you can stretch, if you can cope with like a big penis and stuff, when you go to do porn scenes, right? Yeah, it's gonna be nothing. It's gonna be easy.
Oh no, but technically everyone can dilate to that degree on like the first actually no, I might be wrong, but I think you can dilate quite a lot with the first time, and they also these sex sites, these sex public sites, they always use this example. So when you have like colon surgery, the doctor puts his whole arm like inside you. You're asleep, of course, but the point is like you're stretching that much.
That makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense.
But because you're completely relaxed.
Yeah. Cause that's what I was telling like somebody about like some girls that don't want to take like a big cock and stuff. Because part of it is like a mental thing. Because if you're aroused by that stuff, right? Yeah. You get turned on, and your muscles and your vagina start to loosen up, start to get wet and stuff like that, preparing you. But if you're not turned on by it, you're just dry as a fucking desert, and then it becomes really painful. So but I remember like my friend, he was like, it goes, oh yeah, bro, my sister, she's coming down to like audition at Spearmint Rhino, and like she's stripping and stuff, and I'm gonna go see her. Do you wanna come with me? And I was like, what? What's that? What? There's so much to process there. I don't know. I don't know where to. I don't know where to start. Eventually, I didn't go. I thought it'd be. I thought it'd be doing like a little bit weird.
Again, if that's what she wants to do, support her.
Yeah. If I was to go, I'd be a stripper.
Yeah. I once had this really awkward conversation. Oh yeah, if I could strip, I would. I'd strip for sure. I once had this really awkward conversation.
Hassling people. Hassling people.
What do you mean hassling people? What do you mean? What?
I mean, I won't give it the time. I just cover. I just be on everybody like, you want to dance? You want to dance? Get off me!
I mean,
it's a public library.
That's good. You're taking stripping to the next level. Trying to break barriers. Make it less taboo. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I met the stripper once back when I was in uni. I think it was my girlfriend's birthday party. Yeah, it was. And she wanted to go to a strip club, because
of course,
for straight women it's like a fun thing to do. So at one point, because you've got dancers, it's quite nice. You've got dancers going around the tables, like something like a private dance, and it's like very pretty, very tall, like biracial stripper that sits next to me. She's in lingerie. It looks fantastic, really. everything about her was like you know, sexy and pleasant. Her lingerie was a good fit, just right. Like you know,
breast tank.
no, perfect. So anyway, we start chatting, and I'm like really nervous because I you know I don't really talk to people that look like her. Also, honestly, I don't think I was really thinking too much about my girlfriend because, like, I think in my mind, I knew I didn't have like I wouldn't have had a chance with someone like this anyway.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's very awkward, and also, you know, she's like, the only time that I'm next to women that I just like have this few clothes on is when I'm actually gonna have sex with them. So I've got all this. My body is like saying, "Oh, you should be aroused," and I was like, "No, this is like a social situation. You shouldn't be aroused." So anyway, we start chatting, and yeah, she's lovely. You know, she offers me a dance. I say I'm not sure, but makes me a bit uncomfortable. And then we get talking about, you know, what we're doing with our lives. And she is a student at the other uni in my city. So so in Southampton, there are two places where you get degrees. There was my place, the Institute, where you could do a degree course, but they couldn't hand it out to you. You had to like go to somewhere else to get a degree afterwards.
Oh yeah.
And they did all stuff like, you know, like artsy stuff, like, you know, like fine art, video games, you know, fun stuff, animation.
Yeah.
And then there was other university, which was the proper university where you could learn science and law and stuff like that. And that's the one she went to.
Oh,
so I never felt so dominated because she was just so physically fit. She was so eloquent. She must be intelligent to go to that university. So intelligent, and she was studying one of the I think she was studying something like science or law. And I was like, yeah, like I don't know. Maybe it's a confidence thing. Like I have to feel like in a real world, this person could be attracted to me for me to like I have to enjoy. Something intimate with them, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like she's quite clever in it. Because I'm thinking that if she's going to that college, she's got like a lot of. It must cost like a lot of money. So
back then it was only £1,000 a year. So yes.
£1,000 a year.
Yeah, back when I went, it was only £1,000 a year. Now it's like
for you or for her?
For both of us, it's around £1,000 a year. Now it's like 3,000 a year, I think. Yeah.
She wants to become a stripper.
Yeah, and she only works weekends.
Yeah,
and the job pays really well, so yeah.
Yeah, I guess she probably don't. Because I think like a stripper, from what I remember, they're telling me is like I don't know what it's like in other places, but they said a stripper they go to work in a place, but they have to pay like a certain bit, yeah, and then anything after that is theirs. So let's say like you go to a strip somewhere. And the requirements for you to strip there, it has to be like £50 or something like that.
Like barbers with their chairs.
Yeah. Exactly. I was telling somebody else this, and they couldn't, and they were like, "Oh, that's not true." I was like, "No, yeah, that's how it works." He goes, so so they'll strip, they'll get like some money and stuff. Right? First, kind of like 5 dances or something like that, and then anything after that is theirs. But what I found is that like some girls are like really good at communicating with like clients and stuff and getting clientele, but others, right? Yeah, they're not making as much. They're not making as much. Yeah, so she sounds clever. But going back to like saying like a woman like that could be attracted to you, it's very possible. It's very possible.
I know it's possible. I know it's not impossible, but yeah, likelihood. I mean, like
because I mean, if Keith Richards. I mean,
no,
Jeff
but
Bezos.
No, but musicians are a that is a,
no,
like there are some really. Do you know what? It's just even like my opinion. Like who's that Australian comedian? Can't remember his name, but he was he had this like American like political show, and one episode he's talking about incels, particularly incels that like do violent things.
Oh no.
So he was saying like look, I know you feel like angry because no one wants to have sex with you, but all you need to do is learn to play the guitar. And he brings on this like musician, and he's like, "Hello, Mr. Musician." I can't remember. I'm sorry, I don't know. Hello, Mr. Musician. Would you say you're an attractive man? I think you're one. Honestly, I think you're one of the ugliest men I've ever seen. And I was like, okay, and I was like, okay, fair enough. How many women have you slept with? And he says it's in the hundreds. And it's like, and he's like, so there you go. Learn a guitar, join a band. They'll be throwing your pussy out. Yeah.
I mean, yes and no. I think yes and no. I think like if you're although I remember there was one guitarist that I met right here, and then he told me that like actually quite a few actually right here that told me that they met their girlfriends through like playing guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it makes sense. It actually you're probably right.
Yeah.
It's a big.
I've got to work with this girl. She didn't like a lot about her boyfriend. Like so she would go over to his mum's house, and they all she got smoke, and they all like would chain smoke. He was kind of like not really like a fun person at times. But then whenever he like played guitar, which is like when he was kind of when he was most open. Yeah, she's just like it was like impossible not to be attracted to him. But eventually they broke up because it wasn't enough.
Let me just bring out this guitar.
Yeah. So
play Layla.
Yeah. So that in a way that's maybe the slightly sad thing about a musician. Like it opens the door, but it might not might not keep you there. Actually, no. I heard the same thing from really attractive people. So really attractive people, they I don't think they get annoyed by their attractiveness, but there is a truth to their world, and they've had to accept that like when they're super attractive, very easy to get with people, but it's not necessarily easy to stay in a relationship.
Oh yeah, because the people they go with the person because of their looks, but then the personality and stuff is like it doesn't match well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember like there's a guy, a really handsome guy who was on like a pen pal site, and he was talking about how that being attractive is not as great as it seemed. And then I went to go like Reddit, but like go like on forums and stuff like that to like dig a little bit deeper. And then like attractive guys, they're like, I get like approached by a lot of women and stuff, right? Yeah, but I don't actually feel like they like me for me. Which is, So it kind of made me feel good, like about being an ugly guy, because I'm like, if I get a girl who goes, "What is off with my looks?"
Yeah, you're sorry to break this up, but you're not ugly enough. I don't say.
I say I have my moments, I don't think I'm like handsome, but like.
Oh no, me neither.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think you've got a great body. I think you've got like a fantastic complexion, and it's not even just the complexion. You've got like healthy skin as well, like quite naturally. Because you don't moisturize as much as you should do, but it still looks good, which is annoying. So like, yeah.
I don't moisturize as much. Yeah, I know that. Because I don't need to because
no, you don't. Because you've got great skin.
Yeah,
you've got a really healthy look. Yeah.
If you go in the sun, you just let the sun do it for you.
Just let the sun will moisturize you.
Yeah, because like when black skin is in the sun, I don't know about like all black skin, right? Yeah, but it needs vitamin D.
Yeah.
So like.
I see. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you like in the sun, right? Yeah, and then you're getting all that rays. You sweat a little bit, but your skin starts to glow. If you ever see like some black people, like during summertime, right? Yeah, you look at their skin, right? Yeah, their skin is like.
I do often. I'm very envious of other black people.
You might be mixed race.
I'm technically like quarter caste, but I don't really count it when it's just 1/4 really.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So my mum's dad is Portuguese. I thought I got the time wrong.
It's done now, anyway.
Oh yeah, like 30 seconds. Oh, that's nice. Right, but what was I gonna say?
Oh no, it's done now.
Well, I feel like I'm just waiting for the timer to go off. Okay, fine. I'll cancel it. Fine, I'll stop it there. Right, good.
No, I'm joking. No,
it's fine. You're right.
Yeah, you're gonna burn it.
It was an LCD thing. Let's do it. Let's get it. Right. Right. We're stopping for
lunch.
For triple cooked chips.
Oh yeah.
Boom. Right. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, good. But yeah, like what you're saying. Yeah, I think it's actually true, but like in a like not in like a sleazy way. I think that like women are more likely to be intimate with you if you're interested in things that like that she feels strongly about, like basically, if you want to talk about her heart, essentially.
Mm.
But I think
About
men show them in general show the most intimacy during sex.
Yeah.
So it's not even like I was trying to explain this as well. Like it's not just like to like one of my female friends. It's not just like horniness. There's like so much attached to it as well.
Mm.
Like relief and also wanting to be close to someone that you think is like yeah, it's good for you. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was thinking, because like well, the way I think about it is like
Oh yeah, these are nicer. Oh my god.
yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
These
it's-
are nicer
And it's quarter
than
the price.
Heston Blumenfeld restaurant. Oh, no,
It
Gastropub, sorry.
must have been a student cooking them. But like I think about it like a
Well,
dish.
No, no way. Oh, that name attached to that place, there's no way there's student. Well, there's no
Yeah,
way
but
that
there
there
was-
was someone who wasn't qualified.
Yeah, but the waiting staff, they're all like uni students and stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if they had like
You don't,
like a 16-year-old at the back.
You don't- you don't need to go to
Just
like watch waiting tutorials to be a good, which do exist to be a good like waiter.
even if you go to even some people that go to what do you call it chef learn how to go cook and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, but most of the time, right? Yeah, the stuff isn't that great compared to what you normally get on the streets, anyways. But anyway, going back to like men and stuff. So the way I see it is like nature tells you, okay, you don't need to be horny when you're younger, yeah, because you're just growing up, right? Yeah, you're too weak and stuff like that. But then at a certain point in your life, right? Yeah, where you're strong enough and ready to like, produce kids and stuff. Nature pumps all this hormone inside you, right? Yeah, and tells you like, look, in this period of your life, right? Yeah, you have to produce kids because this is the period of your life where you're going to be the strongest, be able to provide for them, blah blah, this and that. Because once you get to like a certain point, right, yeah, you're useless. So that's why like men, when they reach like a certain age, right, you just become like physically horny all the time. And I think that's because nature's saying that like you have to go produce. You have to go produce.
It's so weird because like I remember puberty because I found it I really found it often annoying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I would just get erections for like no reason. Like I was in
Those are the
church
best
once, and like it was like, and the thing is, they seem massive back then, and when like technically I know it must be bigger. They must be bigger now, but like more times in church, and yeah, just out of nowhere, massive erection. So
Yeah.
but like I can't stay downstairs. It's suspicious, so I'm like trying to wait for it to go down. It won't go down. So eventually, I just like go upstairs and I put my Bible in front of my pelvis. And immediately, one of the sisters runs up to me because she thinks I've wet myself. So I move the Bible to show it's dry, and it gets awkward, and then I just go to my seat.
Oh, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
Well,
that was
Well, I mean, from her perspective, she's gone over to do a very nice Christian thing. For someone she thinks of like is like wet themselves, like a teenage boy that thinks they've wet himself, and instead she sees a teenager picture in a tent. Yeah, in church of all places,
yeah.
where there should be nothing to get that reaction. And
No, you just say, oh well, he's just really excited about God, isn't it? Just really excited. But yeah, but like it's a natural, it's a thing. It's a natural thing.
Yeah.
It's a natural thing. It's the only problem about it is that like I think like women that say, oh, men are so horny and stuff, right? Yeah, it's like it's not by choice. It's not by choice because if we could choose, right? Yeah, we would like turn it off and then only put it on when we like really interested in a girl.
Yeah, I think women are horny too.
Oh yeah, most
sure.
definitely.
Yeah.
But they're filthy horny.
Yeah. I would not be surprised if like women in general let's say they masturbate more than men. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if most women like masturbate like quite a lot. I don't know if there's like all these studies on this, but yeah.
I guess
I wouldn't
it's like
surprise me at
a
all.
good amount. I think in like
Also, as well, I should say, like, it's much easier for women to get sex than it is for men. Well, for straight men.
oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Mm.
If you're straight and you're horny,
God, what's the name of that Australian comedian? He has another great joke about this about like how he uses the phrase sluts and studs, and he doesn't think it's sexist because to be a stud, you've got to be physically attractive and have charisma.
yeah.
Whereas to be a female slut, you just have to be there.
I think most women want to be sluts anyways.
Well, yeah, but I would say they probably only want it like in the fantasy sense, because the real sense comes with like all this other
Yeah,
other
stigma.
varieties,
Yeah.
not just stigma, like this is what I just took like to them, like because you can get like clingy people, you can there's STIs of course, like so yeah, I think they only want the fantasy, and I'm sure that they probably would indulge in fantasy slut like play, but
I think like because women do this thing where like if it's okay in the group, then it's okay to do. Like for example, here in London, like women aren't really like no, they're horny and stuff like that, yeah, but they don't go around like being like slutty. But then if you go to like places like in Thailand, they're not so much like slutty, but like they go out and then sleep with like loads of guys, and it's never frowned upon because that's the norm in that area.
Yeah, it's a real shame as well. Once one of my relatives, he was dating this girl. Things seemed to be going well, but they broke up like quite quickly. So I asked him like, what happened? Why did you break up? I thought things were going well, and it's like, oh, we had sex, like like the first week into the relationship. I was like, oh, okay. What's wrong with that? So and he was like, well, if she slept with me that quickly, she'll sleep with anyone. And so I was trying to tell him like, maybe she slept with you that quickly because she really likes you.
Yeah,
but you couldn't turn off that switch that like she just like did it quickly because I'm not, it's not something important to her. Was that's what he had in his head, so I couldn't. Yeah.
That's a lot of men have like weird things like that,
and
it's like you,
that being said, I don't think there's anything wrong with liking to wait, but say it. Don't like,
I don't mind. It's like a friend of mine, like he wouldn't go with a girl that's like that has been with like somebody. He'll say like if he's gonna go with a girl, she has to be a virgin and stuff. And there's a lot of guys that are like that, right? Yeah, don't go out. But me, right? Yeah, I don't care if girls gone around like sucking off half of London and stuff like that. Yeah,
I prefer it.
Yeah,
I seriously prefer it. I would never ever date a virgin. I've turned down scores of virgins on Grindr.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, no, I'm not interested. No, God, no.
Male virgins or female?
Male virgins.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've never been approached by a female virgin.
Oh, that's a lot.
Well, I mean, not since I was like, a child. Yeah. But yeah, no. I'm attracted to experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I usually date older if I can. Even though that's becoming more difficult for me now. But yeah.
Because you're old.
Because I'm old, yeah. And not difficult because I'm not attracted to them. It's difficult because I'm less attractive to them.
Oh, what, the older people?
Yeah.
Well, they want like.
So it was when I was like 30s. When I was in my 30s, it was very easy to date people in their 40s. But now I'm in my 40s. It's more difficult to date people in their 50s.
Oh, you still look like you're in the 30s anyway.
No, it's more like they want someone in their 40s to like have maybe like just more money essentially.
Yeah, but people have to understand that it's difficult nowadays.
Oh no, it's for me it's not difficult. It's like I mean that's not 100% true. I've not even tried, but I'm like content. I'm happy where I am now. Yeah, like I'm I'm working on I'm hoping to spend a lot of my time working on a film that I don't expect to make any money, and that's fine. So like, yeah.
So yeah, you're working to be like happy instead of like working just to survive, which is kind of like, you know, you can go with somebody that's like got everything already together and stuff, but that person could have like a proper miserable life. Because if you think about it, you have to sacrifice some of the things that you love in order to like have like that cushy life. And now, and not saying that's like everybody, right? Yeah, some people like are really good. They got like a job that they love and stuff, that pays well, right, and stuff. But that's not everybody. Some people are just like going to work. They hate their job, yeah, but they're doing it because they need to make the money in order to like feed a family, like live in the house and stuff like that. And then others, they're living a very minimal life, but they're happy because even though they don't have the job that, even though they don't have like a high paying job or like a house and stuff like that, yeah, at the end of the day, they're quite happy because they get to pursue the thing that they love. So it's kind of like you can't have one without the other sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless like unless you're lucky enough to like be like a musician or actor or some bullshit like that. But then again, like they're quite depressed anyways.
Yeah, there can be like a lot of downsides. That oh my god, there's this one of my favourite songs at the moment is called First World Problem Solved, and it's all about how like this musician's life is like awesome. And like even the chorus, like my life is like woo, my life is like la 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 la, yeah. And just saying like there's one bit like so many women want to sleep with me. If I see another pussy at this point, I'm gonna be sick. It's like it's a really fun song. But there was this study done. I didn't fact check it or anything, but basically in a study about happiness and wealth. And in the study it showed you did get gradually happier as you got wealthier, but then at around like the upper middle class level, it stops. And then no matter how much richer you get from that point, you'll still only reach the same level of happiness.
Yeah.
Although that being said, there is a billionaire that's been to space like twice, and he's not an astronaut. So even if he's not happier than like a middle class person, that's still a pretty fucking awesome life.
Well, is that Elon Musk or like?
Oh, Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos. Yeah. But it's like I think it's like how you deal with.
I know that Elon Musk probably actually knows more about how to get to space and like Elon Musk probably knows how the rocket worked.
I doubt it.
Oh no, I think.
I think he might be like a fraud.
Well, he's he's autistic.
Oh no,
but he's also like evil.
So, yeah, you know, autistic people are
evil's too far, but he's he doesn't have a lot of empathy.
Yeah, not all autistic people are clever. Some of them are fucking.
No, not all autistic people are clever, but Elon Musk is. I mean, he's not. The thing is, like, intelligence is a weird thing. Yeah. You can be really very intelligent in some areas, and not very clever in others. Yeah. I think Elon Musk is like a perfect example of that, because he has he doesn't have good social skills, which is I know it's common for people with autism, but he doesn't seem to like be. I don't think he thinks of it as a disadvantage, and I think he thinks the way he talks is something that he doesn't have to like. So not even adjust, but like something that he doesn't have to understand how it's being perceived. I think that's missing.
Yeah.
And but yeah. What was that? Because he's made like some really crappy social decisions, like what he's done with like Twitter.
Yeah.
So far, but again, he's made really good business decisions with PayPal, even though I got kicked out of PayPal, and like and Tesla, which he only ruined because he joined up with Trump. He's like a right wing guy, and most people buy Teslas are left wing.
Yeah.
So like that was really Yeah,
he kind of fucked himself up over that. But like about money, like it's kind of like how you spend the money. Like for example, like if you're going out there, like some people they go out and with money, right? Yeah, and they go to like the best restaurants and they do this and that, right? Yeah, but those things that they do don't actually. It's like kind of like doing something because you can do it, but it doesn't actually give you like any substance.
Yeah.
And then other people, they use the money right here to do things that like kind of make moments in their lives. You know, like for example, instead of like going out buying like a £500,000 car, they use the same £500,000 to go on holiday with their with friends and other people that are less fortunate, get to know people, or they'll use the same £5,000 to like go do something for charity, where they're like feeding the homeless or something like that. So I'm not saying that doing those things right here are gonna like give you make your life happier, but it's kind of like what you do with your money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't think you need that much money, anyways. No. I think like even when I think about like if I had like £1 billion and stuff right here, I think I'd go crazy.
Yeah. I would definitely like have a lot of fun. I would think about like like, oh my god, what is there to do?
But then once you've done it, like what's gonna happen?
Oh, well, that's not all. But I'd also spend it on like goodwill things, like like things that I already care about, but I know I have. It'll be very difficult for me to change with my current like influence and money. That'd be great. So yeah, because I think really nice to like I don't think I'll ever have kids, but I do care a lot about like my legacy. So like so if I don't have children, my legacy would be like my deeds. So I'd like to be like someone who's like remembered as like oldest person, like just someone I'd like to remember someone associated with like just goodness, kindness, betterment, I mean, it's like, do you know one of my favourite stories about it is you've heard of the Nobel Peace Prize?
Oh yeah.
Do you know how that started? So this guy, I think he's called Henry Nobel, but it doesn't matter anyway. This guy Nobel, he's the guy who invented dynamite. So dynamite. So basically, like he kind of revolutionized construction, but kind of like also made this really dangerous thing that was like used in like wars and like robberies and things like that.
Oh yeah.
So he opens his newspaper one day, and there's an obituary in it, and it's for him. The newspaper saying like he has died. And they've labelled him as something like the Master of Death, the inventor of dynamite, the Master of Death, died today. So he obviously looked into it. It sadly turned out that his brother had died that day. There'd been like a typo, but he was still really affected by how he'd been, described by the paper. It's like he didn't think that people thought of him as the Master of Death. So he went about creating this Peace Prize thing, and now. Anytime you mention the word Nobel, that's what people think of. They think of the Peace Prize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That is, because you don't want to be like somebody that's actually unless you're that kind of person anyway, like Trump and stuff like that. But like I would like if I had like loads of money. Like I think about it, like if I had like a shitload of money, right? Yeah. The one thing that I would like to do, is I'd love to have my own orphanage. Yeah, I would love to have run my own orphanage. I wouldn't like necessarily. I wouldn't be qualified to like look after the kids. So I get other people.
You would in time though.
Yeah, but I think what I'll do is like I'll probably like look after the building.
Oh, right.
And
you hire the right people.
Yeah, and then hire the right people and stuff like that. Yeah, because even though I like kids, I don't have the energy for them. But I believe that like when you're a kid, those should be like the best moments of your life. And like no kid should like really have to like suffer. So I thought like, I have an orphanage, look after the kids and stuff, and then just make sure that they have like a good life. The only bad part about it is like when they get older, like what's going to happen when they get older, because then they have to go into the real world.
I mean, you can still prepare people for suffering without giving them suffering. I'm not sure how, but there must be ways, must be child friendly ways. Because like I guess what might have helped me a lot as a kid is that if I was aware of like suffering happening, in my city, as much, because really I was only really aware of like suffering in poor parts of Africa, and and that's really all I was aware of, like, of suffering in the world, and so I guess that would have been. It just would have been good to like know about like I mean, you have to do this gradually, but just know about like, because like I remember, you know the first day I found out that that adults rape young boys.
Oh.
It's when we did that that Clink Prison Museum, that like tour guide thing. That
Oh. Okay.
yeah, because we all got given rape alarms. And I think to myself, wait, why do I need one? I'm a young teenage boy.
I didn't get one.
We all got one. We all got one.
I didn't get one.
We did. Do you remember the thing?
I didn't get one.
There's an era so you pressed it down and it made like a loud sound.
No, I didn't get one.
Really?
I didn't get one. I think I was a target.
Okay, well.
You don't need one. you don't need one.
I got one, and then I shortly worked out afterwards why I needed one. So there you.
Yeah. I can't remember when I first heard about it and stuff, but I think sorry, to go back about like people suffering. Sometimes people suffering right here is caused by themselves.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because people are fucking dumb.
Well, I mean, okay, yes, some people do make dumb decisions, but we don't know what life they had before. Like, what opportunities they had to Did
I tell you about the homeless guy that I gave us samosa to?
Oh no.
I never told you that story.
No, I don't think so.
So I was working, and then this homeless guy, right? Yeah, he's like walking with me and he's telling me about his life and stuff, and he's going about how his son like shot him in the back and stuff like that. Yeah, and he's telling me like this really sad story. And I was like, oh, this poor guy, right? Yeah. So later on we go our separate ways, right? Yeah, but not too far away from each other. And then I find these samosas, right? Yeah, that the shop just like put out, like I think like maybe like 2 or something. I don't know, whatever, right? Yeah. And so I get, okay, I say, oh, well, maybe he'll like these samosas. So I see him again, and then I give him the samosas. Now this is me as like street sweeping, right? Yeah. And I'm working, right? Yeah. My job is to like clean the rubbish, right? Yeah. So I give him these samosas, right? Yeah. And what he does, right? Yeah, he opens samosas, right? Right in front of me. He opens the samosa, right? Yeah. Takes the packaging, right? Yeah, and throws it right on the floor in front of me. And I'm like, hey, hey, don't do that, right? Yeah. So he's like, oh, I'm sorry, right? Yeah. So I was really pissed off by it, right? Yeah. And I was walking past, right? Yeah. So I go like, this is probably why your son shot you in the back.
But yeah, he just didn't like, just didn't realise. But that's good. Like the fact that you told him off about like a social like
faux pas.
Yeah. That will help him. Yeah.
Yeah. Some people they're just and selfish people as well. I don't like selfish people.
And yeah, am I selfish? Yeah.
Nah,
I don't. No. Okay. So I think I can be selfish with like possessions, as in like it's very rare I'll buy something and thinking like, oh, this will be a good thing for me to share with people. But with like definitely people's feelings, I hope I'm a very like unselfish person.
I think you're alright. Like out of all the people that I met, right? Yeah, because there's a song called like Chet Shaw goes, one more step along the world I go, one more. All the good people that I meet, keep them traveling along with me. So like all the people that like I've hated in my life, right? Yeah, or like who have done me wrong, right? Yeah, I've burned bridges and stuff. But I known you from like what? For like ages and stuff.
Yeah.
So you're doing alright.
Yeah, gosh. How long have we known each other? So when did you start second? Is that what 12 or 13, right?
Yeah, but I don't think we're hanging around in second.
No, that's true. Yeah, I don't think we didn't see much of each other while I was in Southampton.
Oh yeah. But it's still that thing like where you can, because people go there in several ways, but they can still come back and then like, be friends and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. There's a few people that I quite miss. Like there's a few people that I met like in my life and then they went their separate ways, but like I quite missed them. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I miss Ben.
Who?
Ben Stapleton.
Well, the gardener.
Is he a gardener? So he's the one that he got his back injured, and he came back from like physiotherapy like really buff. Was his name Ben?
I think I remember this. Was he friends with Liam? Yeah.
He was friends with us.
I don't remember this.
I think he was friends with us. Yeah. Didn't he lend us both Turok on the N64?
this. Honor the Gardener guy was James.
Oh, maybe it was James actually. Yeah, I think it was James.
Was it James?
Yeah, I think it's James. Yeah,
Because
James
I remember there was a Ben, right? Yeah, but there was a Ben
No.
that was gay and
I
he
think
used to
I'm
hang
thinking
around
of,
with.
I'm thinking of Ben. I'm thinking of someone. I think I went to uni with maybe.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Because James, because I remember
James.
Now I remember James. He's turned up on my house uninvited. I didn't like that. I didn't like that because I was quite private.
Mm.
But he was but he had like I think he had a because I think like his family life was a bit messed up.
Really?
Yeah. I think like his older brother or younger brother or something like. I think it's like older brother. Didn't see eye to eye with the father because I think it was like James's father was his father, but the older brother was father to somebody else.
Yeah.
So I think there was like problems with like the family and stuff like that. But yeah, he was cool. I remember a Ben, but only like the Ben that was hanging around in the office, helping out and stuff. Do you know?
Yeah.
There was Liam and there was Ben.
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, I like Liam. I like Liam a lot. I like Liam a lot. It's funny because like I tease him about like being like feminine and gay and stuff, and it turns out later that he was.
Yeah.
But I didn't really care. I was like, oh. But the thing is that he used to tell me about like when he was going clubs and stuff. He said that he would see like some of the kids that he used to go to school. Yeah, and I was like, oh wow.
Yeah, if you open Grindr now, because it's a mostly black area.
Oh yeah, see, like,
and there's like a lot of stigma with gayness around black people. Most of the profiles will not have faces, or sometimes some of them don't even have pictures. And like, but I know like these people in the area because like they tell you by distance how far people are away. And the thing is like, all these people, all these black people who've been on Grindr who know me. They know what I'm into, stuff like that. They've seen photos of me. Yeah. But I have no idea. I've been like, yeah.
Oh, but I don't blame people for turning gay and stuff, because after a while, right, yeah, with the whole dating scene and dealing with women, I can understand some people being like, "Oh, fuck this, fuck this."
I don't think that's why people go. It might be why people go for like transvestites and cross-dressers, but like I don't think that's why people go.
I think it is. Yeah, two friends in the car and like, can't believe that chick turned me down. Ah, fuck, what are you doing?
Oh god, actually, oh my god, yeah, actually no, you do have a point. Actually, oh my god, yeah, you don't want. So there's a great show. I love it. It's called How To with John Wilson. And he's just a very awkward guy, and he films people around New York, and he makes these like little mini documentaries. Oh, and the thing is, the stories can go anywhere. So often these random tangents from either real life or his own personal life will like come up. So one time he's talking about how his dad, when he was younger, his dad thought he was gay.
Oh yeah.
So to get ahead, because he wanted something to be gay, he got him all these like dirty magazines.
Oh yeah.
So what happened was he ended up getting so horny as a young teen that he ended up having like a gay sexual experience with his best friend who was male. It was just so horny. His dad gave him all these magazines. He kept like reading them and like yeah. So
that's like something that I watched like a long time ago. And I think it came on Channel 4. They used to tell like these stories about like sex and stuff and relationships. One of them was like a teacher speaking with a child and stuff. But there was another one where like this girlfriend found her boyfriend masturbating to porn. Like he was like essentially like into porn and stuff like that, yeah. And she didn't like it, right, yeah. And she felt like really sick about it. So she forced him to like kind of like stop, you know, and then like stop doing that. But then what eventually happened, right, yeah, because he was stop having watching porn and stuff and jerking off, he ended up cheating on her. So yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised. If a band was just like, let's just fuck, because they were saying stuff like, you know, like in the old days, like men will go like far away from like their wives and stuff, right? Yeah, to do whatever, right?
Yeah,
It's
we'll
when,
consider it. We'll consider it.
Yeah,
When we
and
cheat,
they're
yeah.
like, oh, just fuck, fuck. And then if they're not fucking themselves, right? Yeah, they're fucking the animals. So so it's like when you're horny, right? Yeah, you must be like, it must be like a point where you get like really, really horny. You'll be like, you know what, that that drummer boy, when he beats that drums.
It's quite. I don't know enough about the subject, but I know more than most people. I think it's quite risky to have sex with animals, but in a way that like you might like really hurt yourself, or maybe like really kill the animal. But like so,
Yeah, the horse could kick you and then like fuck you up.
Yeah. Like but even the smaller ones, because like they're not all the same shape. They don't all the same shapes as like humans are. But do you know what animal has the closest, like what female has the closest genitalia to a woman?
The donkey.
No, it's a sheep.
Oh, that makes sense.
So that's like it's not just like, because I assumed they were so popular because of like the height and the softness, but no, actually, their vaginas are very similar to like, or the most thing we can get in an animal.
I can imagine this like you know, in a pub, and all the farmers are talking and stuff, right? Yeah, and they're like, how can you fuck the sheep and stuff, right? Yeah, and it's like, no, like it's like a real vagina.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, because even like I was walking through Richmond Park. Richmond Park has like loads of deer, yeah, yeah, loads of deer, and I don't know, like if I told you before, but like there's the deer, the deer with the antlers and stuff, right? Yeah, and even the female ones, right? Yeah, they're fucking scary when you're up close to them, especially like So like, if you're and they're fucking physically strong, so like if you try to have sex with them, right? Yeah, you probably get like torn apart and shit like that.
Well, so, I think what happens with like people that like engage in bestiality as like a lifestyle, not like as a hobby, but like a proper thing. You know, they'll have a farm, or at least a place where they can keep some one or more animals.
Hobby.
Yeah, but because like it's a type of training bit essentially. So the animal will not hurt them too much. They will get hurt a little bit. They'll get like scratches and stuff during like sex. I had this. I've kind of given this argument with a friend. She didn't agree with it, but I'll try it for you. So, I feel that
wrong.
If
I
feel like
shut you down.
I feel like if a person's having sex with an animal, but the person is receiving rather than giving, then it's not technically animal abuse. Because I really don't think the animal cares. I really think the animal is just like happy for some release and a nice meal. Not that they're all at the same time.
Yeah, that's open to debate, isn't it? Because I guess like a lot of people will be like, no, you're abusing the animal and stuff like that. Yeah, but like if you're giving the animal a choice, like let's say like you just bent over and the animal just comes and fuck you, then. Yeah, it's like the girls that do the that fuck the dogs and stuff like that. Yeah, and then the dog has to be horny. Yeah, and then like they have to like and the dog has to do the action. So like in a way, it's I don't know.
Let me add some argument. So also, there's a lot of things that. I could class as abuse that already happens to animals, but it's kind of like it's part of like normal society.
Oh yeah, when you hit them and stuff like that.
No, I mean things like pure breeding. That's like really bad for dogs. Well, not for not all dogs equally, but for some dogs it's really bad. It can give them like breathing problems. And also it does nothing to stop any diseases common to that breed. They'll just like keep getting the same ones their parents got because they haven't crossed to get rid of them. And also like getting cutting the balls off like dogs.
Yeah.
Like, cut off their testosterone. Like, I don't know enough about how testosterone works in animals, but in men, it's loss of sex drive, of course, but also loss of energy, depression. It's like you've changed like so much about the person. So I'm like, and what you end up with is like this animal that was essentially was like wild. Which is okay for animals to be.
Like a zombie.
But now it's more like, it's basically like an alive, cuddly toy. I mean, actually, no, that's too extreme because there are dogs that are still very loving and like, active. But yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
it's not 100% like.
So it's like the Bill Burr sketch when he was like, "Oh, you know what I saw yesterday? Like, I saw a dog with balls."
Yeah.
Because when was the last time you see?
You get all the time in England. But America, yeah, none of them are balls.
Yeah, see that? Yeah, that's the thing as well. It's like that thing that we saying, like, when you talk about birds, you get like this thing that is free, and then you put in a cage for your
yeah. People own birds. Messed up. Okay, if you own like an owl and like, you have the glove thing, you go okay. But yeah,
because I know there's some people right here that like
messed up.
There's some people that have birds right here. They have birds, but they don't put them in cages, and the birds are willingly come back.
Yeah.
Them and stuff like that. That's fine. But yeah, most of the time, I wouldn't. If I had a pet, I don't think I could. I don't think I would want it to like be in that kind of environment and stuff like that. If I have a dog, I'll let it do whatever. If I have a cat,
unfortunately, when they go to sleep, you do kind of have to put them in a little cage, otherwise they'll just mess up the house.
Oh no, but that's like having kids. Yeah, because like it. I remember like
the cage is only like
but
3 times their body size.
Yeah, but you put little kids in the cage anyways. Because if you think about like the cot, it's like
oh yeah, the cot, yeah. But then when you get older, you're like
Yeah, and then like for example, like talk about like messing up the house. It's like kids, they don't know too well, right? Yeah, and I remember my nephew when he was really young, he would go around playing. And I used to keep this nylon guitar. I used to keep this nylon guitar like in the house right here. And I remember looking at the nylon guitar right here and thinking to myself, yeah, it's not gonna last long. And eventually right here he broke it. He broke it. So it's like, yeah, if you're gonna have a dog, if you're gonna have kids right here, expect to have like a lot of
oh god, shit. So my nephew, when he first moved here, he was 2. And I think it must be maybe 2 still or 3. So he was trying to say hello to someone on the TV. So he kept whacking the TV. And it doesn't matter how small you are, you whack it enough times and yeah, basically he broke the screen. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he's dropped my Switch once. It was in its case though, but still. And yeah. Oh god. I remember when he was a bit younger, I was showing him how a vinyl works.
Oh yeah.
In a player, and he immediately tapped his hand on there. Thankfully, no scratches.
Oh no! But to be fair, right? Yeah, like me personally, like, if I was ever to have kids, right? Yeah. Like, let's say like I meet a girl, right? Yeah, and I have a kid, right? Yeah, and stuff, right? And I have a house and stuff, and I have all these things, right? Yeah. As soon as I have that kid, right? Yeah, that kid's gonna be like the most valuable thing in the house, right? Yeah. So everything else, right? Yeah, I could just write it off because I know for a fact, right? Yeah, that a lot of this stuff is not gonna survive. So unless there's something that like you really want like to keep inside, right? Yeah, just put in the attic. Make sure like the kids can't get to it and stuff like that. And you seen that? There's like a meme. There's a meme, and then like the guy has a passport, right? Yeah, but on his passport, right? Yeah. The kid must have like drew all over it. So it's like, yeah, like what do you expect? Because they don't know anybody. They don't know any better. Yeah. My brother tells me like one time, like when I was really young, back in the old country, I like getting this kind of like chocolate and stuff. And then I'd ask like my mum for some money, but like you get the coins and then you get the notes, right? Yeah. And I guess I was getting like coins to like go get this thing, right? Yeah. But one time she gave me a note, yeah. But like I did understand the concept of like a note being like more than a coin and stuff, right? Yeah. So I was like, what the fuck is this shit? and I ripped up the note. Yeah. So yeah. So there you go. There you go.
Well, yeah. Should have told you. Yeah. Going back to what you said about like something making dumb decisions. Do you know? Not that I'm talking about your parents, but yeah. Some of the stuff I do that is dumb is because of, like, my parents. So there's Christianity for starters. So that removed a lot of science learning opportunities in my younger years, and also so my parents had a thing, or maybe it's just my dad, where you put a bit of Dettol in with your bath water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I have like eczema. I have like of pigmentation. So I have to need to try and avoid my skin getting too dry. And I assumed growing up that because my parents told me to put like Dettol in the bath water, it must be some sort of like bathroom thing. But now, of course, I know growing up that Dettol is a really strong disinfectant. You're not meant to put it on anything human. It's for like surfaces and shit. Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that do like really weird stuff. Like even like when I go to work, right? Yeah, I see people, because there's always an easier way to do something, and sometimes I see people do stuff, right? Yeah, and I'm like, how did you like that? That's not. That's not kosher, and especially like in work and in home life, right? Yeah, people do stuff, and you're like, that's not good. That's not good. That ain't like my brothers, they do things, right? Yeah, and then like I question it, like because I think you got like the washing pods that you put in the washing.
Yeah, I love those things. Yeah.
Yeah, like he told me once, like, yeah, oh, put 3 in there or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, it's a bit much, but yeah.
Yeah, so he told me this, right? Yeah, so I was doing this, right? Yeah, and then after a while, right? Yeah, I started to see like my clothes becoming like really, really dusty and stuff like that. Yeah, and I had to do like more research, and I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah, because you make it sticky.
Yeah, and then if you put too much in there, right? Yeah, you're gonna end up fucking up the washing machine, and because you're not cleaning the washing machine, right? Yeah, it makes problems for like the rest of the clothes, and then you find that like your whole house gets like really dusty. So eventually I had to gonna have to buy another washing machine, and then you have to stop using that stuff because it's not right.
I think pods are better than powder, just because like if you're putting stuff in a drum, it'll be a longer time before your machine like clogs up.
You can use the liquid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think we're using liquid now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, never tried it.
No. You can have the last one.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people that there's a lot of things that people do that I'm like weird about. Like there was like when I was doing this like pub, right? Yeah, they said that like to wash the floor, right? Yeah, you get hot water, squirt some fairy liquid in there, and then like wash the floors and stuff. Now I'm not like a professional and stuff like that, yeah, but prior to that, when I was working like in different places, they never used fairy liquid. They used like a different kind of
floor cleaner.
Yeah. So I was wondering about that. Like, I was like, is this right and stuff? So like, I couldn't manage about it. And it's like, oh, no, it's right and stuff. And there's another thing as well. Like, they gave me this thing to do the windows. But every time like you spray it, right, and you wipe it, right, it's like you have to come back and then wipe it again and stuff like. So eventually, like what I did, right, is I talked to my brother about it, and then he was like, "Oh, use this product instead." And I changed the product, and it was like much more easier to do like the windows and mirrors and stuff like that. Yeah, very easy. And I was looking at the product that they were using before, right, and it wasn't window cleaner. It was
surface cleaner.
It was like a disinfectant. So like they were cleaning the windows with a disinfectant, and the thing about the disinfectant, right? Yeah, it leaves residue and stuff like that. Yeah, and it's not meant for windows. So like that's one of the things is like, like misinformation. You're doing this stuff. like, and it's all wrong, and then you're telling people that this is right, and then when they grow up, right, yeah, they find out that they're just fucking themselves up by doing these things. Yeah, that's why it's good to do research stuff.
Yeah. I think.
Nice top, by the way.
Oh, thank you. My friend got it for me.
Ooh,
Yeah. But yeah, I've been getting really saddened by like research recently. So basically, these videos will appear on TikTok, and it'll be really interesting. So then I'll like, fact check it, and then the fact checking will tell me that it was wrong. So
yeah,
all these things I'm about to tell you were wrong. In airports, sorry, there's in Austrian airports, there's a desk for people that have flown to Austria when they meant to go to Australia. There is I say these are either untrue or unconfirmed. There is a billionaire who got a zoo license, so she could import any animal she wanted into her house. There is a wife, an ex-wife of a Mormon guy, who went onto a game show where you're attached to a lie detector, and you have to tell the truth to continue. And she's the only one to win the game show. And the last question was for $500,000. Have you ever witnessed abuse at your church?
Alright, tell me that one. That one's true.
Yeah. Oh no. So the game show is true, but I'm not sure if that woman is true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And the billionaire one about the zoo, that's probably false.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, I looked when I looked these things up. I was like, there must be at least one news source, one journalist like covering this, and there's like zero. So like, yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, because a lot of people like it's like Chinese.
To be fair, maybe I should start checking on Twitter actually instead of Google.
No, because a lot of stuff right here that people say right here is pretty false. Like that's why I kind of like research things like a little bit more. I remember like this kid talking about conspiracy theories, and then he sent me asked me to watch this video right here, and this guy talking about conspiracy theories about like lizards and stuff like that. Yeah, I must have watched it for like about 10 minutes, and I turned it off because it was like all these things happening right here. It's like, what's the point? Like if they wanted to rule the world, like he's saying like these lizards wanted to rule the world, right? If they wanted to rule the world, they would just rule it, like just rule it. They don't have to be in the shadows and stuff, right here. So it's saying talking about all these things and stuff, right? Yeah, and then when I went to go fact check a few of them, right? Yeah, it was all shit. It was all bullshit.
Yeah. There's also like there's a weird. I think there's a weird like kind of like what's the right word I'm thinking of? There's a weird way like we in general approach like conspiracy, not me, but like society approaches like conspiracy theories. So you have like the things like lizard people one, which are just like so ridiculous. It's very extremely unlikely that it's true.
Yeah.
Then you got stuff like the Twin Towers, where there's all this science about like what it looks like when a missile hits a building compared to like how it looks when it's demolished from its at the bottom. And then you've got stuff that like governments do, especially like if we live in the Western governments. Yeah. So you see, it's not hard to find out like who we're sending weapons to, who who we're taking money from, what wars we're a part of or helping out in. Like all that stuff is like pretty easy to find out, and not even stuff like with where wealth goes, and the government's involvement in that. All that stuff is pretty easy to find out today. And these are all conspiracies, but no one really talks about that with the same like energy. I'm thinking like you don't. I mean, fair enough. If there are lizard people, put that on the list. That's important, but maybe focus on all the stuff that like everyone already kind of knows about and we all agree on. I think that's like a better place to start rather than like,
And then with the conspiracy theories, right? Yeah, it's like for me, like when you watch a video, it's a brainwashing anyways because sometimes they use music and then they only talk about their side of things. It's never like two sides. It's like when somebody tells you like, it's like when you watch an interview, right? Yeah, and then like somebody's telling you. They're telling a story about like an incident that happened, right? Yeah, and then you listen to it and it's like, oh, that's really bad, right? Yeah, and then you hear the other person's side of it, right? Yeah, and you're like, oh, so it was,
yeah.
So it's not as clear cut and stuff, right? Yeah, so there's a reason behind it and stuff like that. But yeah, all the conspiracy theories, right? Yeah, I always felt like it's just stupid people doing stupid things, and then people trying to make sense of it when reality, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just dumb. Yeah, and I don't really care about like conspiracy theories, anyways, because I'm the kind of I'm like that kind of like motto life where like life was shit. No, the world was shit before I was born.
Hmm.
It's shit while I'm existing, and it'll be shit when I die. So why give a shit?
Guess what? Motorhead, they left a legacy.
Motorhead.
Well, did you say Motorhead?
Yeah.
You said Motorhead, didn't you?
Oh no, I said no. I said the world.
The world. Oh, okay.
Oh no.
I thought you were quoting someone for some reason. I don't know.
Oh no. Oh no, I said my motto.
Moto. Oh.
my motto.
Yeah, Moto.
Yeah,
Sorry.
my motto. Although Motorhead are quite good. Quite good. Although
Actually, there's still around. It's just Lemmy that died, right?
Yeah, it's just Lemmy that died. But you think about it, he was drinking quite a lot, and he lived for quite a long life. I heard a lot of stories.
He had sex with lots of women. Lots of them were sex workers, actually.
Oh, is it? But yeah, he didn't have to pay them.
No, he paid them, but not all of them. But I think like half of them were like he paid for. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, I thought he was getting it like. But
Yeah.
I mean, it might be safer to like have sex with like a sex worker.
Well, yeah, it's definitely like more convenient, and also like especially if you have like a fetish, that's something that you can like basically like I know there's someone who actually caters to that, and like we don't need to like wait, and also who knows how to deal with it. So yeah,
I'm pretty.
I enjoy it, I should say.
I'm pretty good like where like some people they start off like vanilla and then they go from like threesomes, anal, blah blah this and that, and they keep going like building up until they get to like an extreme fetish. I'm really good where like I'm going in the reverse. Well, like, I started off vanilla, but like, I'm going to like a point where like I wouldn't mind just having like a cup of tea and enjoy myself. I told a girl that I was like I'm getting old, like yeah, for me like just having a cup of tea is good enough for me and stuff like that. Yeah, and she's like, come on, you look.
Well, it's hot, it's wet. There's already a lot of things that they're already appealing from like other stuff it's like, but yeah, I guess I'm kind of the same now. Like I'm lucky where my fetishes they're not a place like really in my life where like I like have to do it to like get off. Like really what's most important to me is passion. Yeah. So like as long as like that's there, as long as there's that hunger there, then yeah, it's fine.
And I tell you why like I got put off like with sex quite a lot. Yeah, is somebody like is good for you when they give you like the time, right? Yeah. So like when I'm like if I'm talking to a girl and stuff, right? Like yeah, and I know she's got like a phone and she checks her phone all the time, right? Yeah. If I send a message, right? Yeah, and it takes ages for her to reply, right? Yeah. Yeah, I lose like interest. Because in my head is like she doesn't have the time to like reply, even say like, oh, I'm gonna text you in a bit or something like that. Yeah. So she's not gonna have the time to like actually, do something special. Because that's what I've been thinking about now. I think now that love is actually time.
Oh, how so?
For example, like if your nephew comes up to you, right, yeah, and wants to play with you and stuff, right, yeah, you give them the time because you love them. Yeah, right. If somebody you don't like, right, yeah, is like messaging you and stuff like that, right, yeah, you don't give them the time. You ignore them. Yeah, you only give time to the things that you truly like and truly love. You never give time to the things that like you can do without.
I think there's definitely some truth to that, but I wouldn't say it's absolute. Only because like but in my life I've given a lot of time to drugs.
But you love drugs.
No, I don't love them.
They make you feel good.
No, they make me feel. They just don't make me. It's just you just can't feel bad on them. Well, it's more difficult to feel bad on them.
Yeah. But I'm talking about that. To be
fair, I don't. It's not like I do feel good in them as well. But it's not like. But I felt I definitely had happiness that exceeded that when I've been sober for sure.
Yeah, but not so much as a physical thing, but like talking about like people.
People. Oh, people. Yeah.
Because let's say like somebody that you don't really like, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And you don't work with them. But yeah, the thing about like spending a lot of time with someone you love, and this also comes back to like the phone messaging thing. If someone sends me a sends me a message, sorry. In particular, if it's like you or my other London friend, I won't answer it straight away.
But you still answer, though.
Yeah, I still answer. But the reason I don't answer it straight away is because like I know this as someone that I'll have a lot to talk about. It's not something I can send one message and it'll probably be, and that'll be all they want. Or this will probably be like a good chat, and I want to make sure there's time
proper time. Yeah.
So that's why I do that. So hopefully that will be the same case with that girl you're talking about.
Oh no! I think like a lot of people go through like I'm pretty sure like you've been through the same thing as well, like where you like message somebody and then like the responses haven't been like as fast, and you know for a fact that like when you're with them, because girls are always on their phone, they're always like texting and stuff. Like, so like if you know a girl is like that, right? Yeah, she probably get a message and she's like, I'll just message him later and stuff like that. But like when she does it, right? Yeah, it's like she lost interest. Because if girls are really interested, she shouldn't message you like pretty quickly. That's what I found, anyways.
Yeah.
Girls that are like a really interested in me, right? Yeah. If I send them a message, right? Yeah. In the day, I'll get like a message back, right? Yeah, or whatever, right? Yeah, and it'll be a nice conversation. Girls that like lost interest in me, right? Yeah, it'll like take ages for their message.
Yeah. Yeah. It's randomly. It's kind of a complicated thing. Well, for me anyway. I used to be someone who would answer messages immediately, no matter who sent them to me. But I used to be very bad at reading messages, so I would just like skim through them. I did this a lot with one of my girlfriends, and it would really annoy sometimes that I just didn't like take the time to just read the whole thing properly. They weren't particularly long texts either. So there would be like it was like 4 lines, so it would have been
But that could be the drugs kicking in or something like that.
Oh no, I wasn't. It's very rare. Drugs are it's very rare if I'm by myself and I'm in a relationship. But I'm like I'm in a space by myself. That'll be using any drugs. It becomes like something you do with your partner if they want to, or not at all if they don't want to.
I don't know. Probably.
For me. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wasn't really into like drugs.
Yeah.
I only done like space cake. It was a good experience.
Yeah. But same with friends as well. Like if I know we're gonna be meeting up later, I'm not gonna get like, high in the. Yeah. I mean, with the exception if like I'm super tired and I just want something to like wake me up, but that wouldn't be like. But that would be more like a pharmaceutical thing, not like a.
I feel like it should have been like part of the wrestling business. You'll get like a shitload of drugs.
Wrestling business. Oh, yeah. What? Just given to you? Yeah, but you've got all the body harming stuff as well.
I don't know, because like I had a choice like when I was younger, right? Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm either gonna make it as a wrestler, or like try and make it as a musician, and even like I do alright with the music and stuff, right? Because I write stuff and I got like stuff there. But like when I look back at it, it's like, you know what? I think I made the right decision because some of these wrestlers, right? Yeah, they fucking the drugs that they take. It's like out of control. It's out of control. I feel like there was one story where I feel like they were doing drugs in the car, and one of them wanted to take these drugs, but they told him that he can only take like a little bit because it's his first time, he's not used to it, and he was like, I'm not pussy, like give me the whole thing. So he ended up ODing, and then like and they had to like get him to like the hospital and stuff like that, and they have to lie about like what happened and stuff, right? Yeah, just to like make sure that he didn't die. And then like he's still living now, right? Yeah, but the way he goes on, right? Yeah, it's like that was fun. Yeah, they do. It's like I can understand like they take drugs to like to numb the pain and stuff, right? Yeah, but they're all doing drugs for like all kinds of stuff.
Well, yeah, but it becomes like a bit. Well, they are addictive usually, and it becomes like a habit. So, like your brain loves like routines, So once it's like it's giving you a reminder. Oh, you should be doing that thing that you usually do.
Yeah.
In a certain area at a certain time, or whatever. So. Oh shit! I should put this back in the fridge.
Yeah, so that
BRB.
should be jerking off over that girl's face.
Oh.
No, maybe not.
Right, let me stop this so I haven't got any dead air. They're just rapping about stuff that she's talking about stuff that they don't even really care about.
Yeah,
and like just to get like a 3-minute track.
Yeah, why are you
1
rapping
minute
about
30
that
is
stuff?
fine,
That's
yeah.
like that was like 30 days ago. Why are you still rapping about it?
I started listening to this band. Actually, that song I mentioned earlier, the First World Problems. That's by a group called Vulture Street Tape Gang, and their first album. Some of the tracks on there are like 30 seconds. Many of them are only like a minute and a half. But the thing is, it's a really long album. It's like maybe 60 tracks. So you're getting like loads and loads of like tracks, but a lot of them are only like 30 seconds. And the thing is, like, because especially like there's a lot of like instrumental like looping tracks. After 30 seconds, you've heard it. Like you've got like looping tracks in the mainstream. Well, not in the mainstream, but in electronic music. That like 12 minutes. I was like, oh, but it barely changed throughout that time. Like
it's a bit weird with like looping tracks and stuff because like there's some songs that like it really works for because like you can like what's that Ravel Bolero.
I don't think I know it.
Yeah. Long song, but it's kind of like the same thing all the way through. But the only changes is like the level of sound and then what instrument is being played. So like first it's like it'll be like a flute, then it'll be like a cello, then it'll be like blah, and then at the end it goes. But it's just pretty much repeating itself over and over again. But it's like each part is different from the one previous, but like that's a good way of like having like something that like repeats itself. But like I can understand like if there's a song right here repeats itself and like the start and the end are the same. It's like Then I was watching like some person talking about like music and stuff because I do like cause I gotta do like some recording and I'm learning like the harsh realities of like recording. Because there's a lot of things that happen that is like not necessary.
Oh, how do you mean?
Like for example, they had this this is something that I don't like, right? Yeah, they have this thing where like if you're recording acoustic guitar and vocals, right? They'll have one microphone on the guitar and the other microphone on your vocals. So you play at the same time. One microphone pick up the guitar, the other one pick up the vocals. The problem being is that if you don't set it up properly, right? Each microphone picks up. Like for example, the guitar microphone will not only like pick up the guitar, but it will pick up a bit of your vocal. And the same thing like if you're singing, right? It could pick up a bit of the guitar. So the problem being with this right here is like if you wanted to cut like a little bit out of the song right here that you weren't happy with, it will make the song sound weird because it's like the volume would change in that certain part that you'll cut out, where it will be steady and then it will dip. And then make it like a little bit awkward to listen to. So like a lot of people they do that like will they have like a microphone and a guitar, but I found that it's better to just record them completely separate. So like when you record them separate right here, when you go into editing right here, if you want to cut out something, it's no problem. You just cut it out. Like it's not going to affect anything else. But then if you had it like where like they call it bleeding. If you have it like where like an instrument is picking up another instrument, it makes like editing so much harder. So like with musicians there's like a lot of stuff that's like, going on right here, And I personally think now that right, yeah, it's kind of like they saying like, if you can't, those who can, those who can't teach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like now I think it's like the musicians like it's like those who can do music will do music, but those who can't become studio engineers. That's what I think. Like,
but I think studio engineers is has a really valuable skill that is like underutilized by I think a lot of musicians, but not so much like in like the film industry. It's that like if you go to a film engineer and it's like, I want to make this particular sound, and you describe to them as best as they can. A sound engineer will actually help either get you where you want to go or get you close to it, which is really handy. Because there are so many things in music, things you'll hear from like from Square Pusher, from like Jay Dilla, Mr. Scruff, and they're like, how did you? Oh, the Beach Boys. It's like, how did you work out that sound for this song? Like, because there's nothing else. No, there's no one else doing it. How did what? Got you to that place, yeah.
But but the thing about that, right, yeah, is like, if you're going to a studio engineer, right, yeah, and then he's contracted to, by a company to like work with the artist, right, yeah, to do that stuff. That studio engineer has like loads of time to like figure things out because it is part of his project, right, yeah. But if you're an artist and you go to a studio engineer, right, yeah, he's not going to give you like the same kind of like effort that it would if it was like his project. Like for example, like for you, go in there, it's important for you, like you're putting 100% into it, right? Yeah. But for like some studio engineers, right? Yeah, you're just another client, so they're not gonna give like 100%. Like it's like, for example, like when you watch these like documentaries about like albums being created and stuff, right? Yeah, they have one studio engineer, producer and stuff, right? Yeah, but he's also contracted by like the label, right, to make sure that this album is important. So like he's putting 100%, and a band is putting 100%. But it doesn't work out the same way if you're just like a band and you just go into like any engineer. So it's like so it's weird.
That being said, like producing can like change that though, music production. Rick Rubin has had a technique which really surprised me. So it's called a Savage Cut, which would use for some of the bands they worked with.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, he'll listen to all the songs they had, and at the end of it, it's like, okay, all these songs are good, but I don't feel like this half of your music belongs on this album. And so it's like, it'll be much better if you just remove those songs and build around these ones that work really well together.
Yeah.
So because right now what you've got is what sounds like a compilation, and really what you want to be making is like one coherent story in music.
Yeah, and that's funny you should say that, right? Yeah, because a lot of the albums that I like, right? Yeah, all the songs fit very, very well together. You know, like I listen to like Natalie Merchant and Simple Minds and stuff. It's like they have these songs, right? Yeah, they were specific about the instrument that they wanted, or instruments wanted to use, and they made sure to have the songs that like that all like made sense together, and the album becomes like complete. Sometimes you're like Robert Palmer, I think I told you this before, right? Yeah, like Robert Palmer has like an album, I think it's called like Don't Explain. I think it's called Don't Explain, or right? Yeah, Don't Explain. It's got like rock in there. It's got like some jazz, old style, like kind of like 1920s songs. It's got like a little bit of like African in there. It's got everything in there, right? Yeah. All the songs are different, right? Yeah. When you listen to the album, right? Yeah, you don't really think of it as an album because it's so weird.
Yeah.
Like none of the stuff fits together at all.
Yeah.
And I was always wondering about the album, and he was like, oh well, he had a chance to do the stuff that he really wanted to do, and he decided to do it. And then I think the interview was like, what if like because it's such a weird album, right? What if people don't like it? And he was like, well, if you don't like it, don't buy it.
Yeah.
But it's better like when you have an album that like it flows really well. Even like what songs you play at the start to like what songs you play at the end. I guess you can say that's like concept album, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it depends what. Yeah, I mean, it might not be for. Yeah, it's a weird thing because like concept albums aren't always the way the artists that produce them. That's not always the way they feel about it. Yeah.
Oh.
Did I tell you about that recent Mac DeMarco album I got?
Oh no.
So Mac DeMarco, he's made a bunch of albums already. He's got loads. Like I think he's got around 10.
Oh, that's a good number.
Yeah, I mean some of them are EPs, but he's got like around 10 releases.
Oh yeah.
As he's been making songs throughout his life, he's got these like these instrumentals, these lyrics. They haven't really fit with any of his songs so far. So this is kind of like just kept to the side and like been like building up like this kind of like this database of these unused things. And he ended up with like 199 of these unused bits of music. Some of them are quite short, and most of them are instrumental only. And one day he kind of thought to himself like, me keeping this is not helping my creativity. I'm always gonna be making songs thinking like, oh, how can I fit this bit in? So he just released it all onto one Blu-ray. I don't like 199 songs. I don't even like 100 of the songs. But I do like a good amount of them. I think I like about 15 songs maybe.
Oh, that's.
I mean, not to say that others are terrible, but I mean, I really, really like 15 songs. And like, I'll listen to them like every day, kind of like.
How much you pay for it then?
Oh gosh, I think it was like 30 quid. Yeah, but
pricey.
But yeah, like that album. It doesn't always flow.
Yeah.
It should do, but that's okay because you've already like made an agreement. I know why you're releasing this. I know what you want. So yeah. What I get from it is I get I get this. I get some good music because I do like a good musician.
Yeah.
It's very unique as well, which is really cool. I love having cool shit.
Yeah.
And well, actually, although one of my favorite things about the Blu-ray is that after the last track, because you got to play it on the Blu-ray player, you can't put it on the CD.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's on the Blu-ray disc. Yeah, I've got to put it on my PS4 to play it. At the end, Mac DeMarco he like congratulates you for getting to the end, but he is so visibly stoned. And which is like, do you know what I have such like a musician crush on Mac DeMarco because like everything about his approach to music and the way he performs I just absolutely love. Yeah, because he gives all his energy when he's performing in front of like 7 people or 700, and I've been in a crowd when I've been in hundreds, and I've seen it on YouTube when he performed when no one's done who he is, and he's performed like in front of like 7 people, but the energy is still there.
That's the best way forward.
He looks poor, even though he's not wealthy, and like a lot of his time he spent just in his back garden writing songs. Like he's just like, yeah, just
that's a passionate musician. That's a passionate.
Yeah. But the thing is, you can be passionate and also like live this like extra like life where it's like partying in an influence and just doing like cool shit. But like
I mean, my dream is like I would love to like make like music my life and stuff. It's a little bit hard, but like it's possible because like making music is great. Like especially like if you like with people like and they amplify your music a little bit. But talking about like playing in front of 7 people and 5 people and stuff like that, I think like some people like they get like really they'll be like, oh, there's 7 people and stuff like that. I'm not gonna like give my effort and stuff, but if you can go perform in front of 7 people and then make sure that each of them enjoy themselves, right? You're already on your way. You're on your way because 100,000 people is great and stuff like that, but most of the time, like let's say you go perform in Glastonbury in front of 100,000 people, right? Like most of the time they're there, and they can't really leave, right? But if you're performing in front of like a couple of people, and they're engaged in what you do, I think that's the goal. It's like I think it's like wrestling as well. Like wrestlers, they talk about like when they started out, they'll perform in front of like a few people and stuff like that. But like they'll say like, if you can go out and if there's like 2 people in the crowd, right? If you can go out and then make those 2 people be like, it goes in the match, you're already on your way. Yeah. I don't mind. That's why I always like doing busking because with busking, I think it's like an essential part, like for a musician to do, because you think like you're playing a song, right? Yeah, and then people passing you, and it'll probably take them like maybe like 30 seconds to pass you, right? Yeah, if you can grab them in that short window of period of time, right? Yeah, where they either like stop to listen to you or like give you money or blah blah this and that, you're already on your way.
Do you know what? There's this busker that performs in my workplace sometimes.
Oh, is that the one that is outside?
Wait. Yeah, outside. Yeah. Wait. Sorry.
I think you told me one time about like a busker is like was busking outside. I can't remember what you said about him.
Oh, I was probably talking about the one that used to, it's not there anymore, but he used to perform a lot. He would do a mix of like sad romantic songs and Disney songs.
Oh,
and a few like pop songs as well. But there was this one time he turned up and he was only doing like sad songs. So I was wondering if he had like a breakup or something. But that's him anymore. But no, there's it's a black busker. He plays like gosh, like one of those like bluesy sounding guitars. I'm showing you what guitars.
Oh
You know what I mean? Okay, wait. Anyway, he does this an instrumental of he doesn't sing. An instrumental of Isley Brothers, Between the Sheets.
Oh, yeah.
And the improvisation he does for that song is amazing. It's better than what you get in the actual Isley Brothers.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and I really regret that I never actually went down there and told him that.
Yeah, but
and now he doesn't. And now he doesn't perform. And like he's back, but he's not performing that song anymore. And I don't want to be a dick and go up to him and say like, "Oh, can you do Between the Sheets like he used to?"
Oh no, that you should definitely go up and then ask him and stuff, because because that's like some buskers, right? Yeah, I guess the buskers are doing stuff for like different reasons and stuff, right? Yeah, but like if you went up to him, right? Yeah, and asked him like to do like that Isley Brothers and stuff, right? Yeah, that's a bigger boost than like giving him money.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, then I will.
Because in his mind, right, yeah, he's like, wow, like somebody like remembered me doing that song, like I had an impression on that person and stuff. It's like, cause I have like really good memories about like busking. I remember like I was busking, and I think it's like a mother and a child, maybe, or something like that. And I was in like the tunnel in Hyde Park, and they're walking past, right? Yeah, they're walking past, and they got all the way to the end. They got all the way to the end of the tunnel, and the little girl came running back, right? Yeah, and then gave me some money and then left. And I remember that I was like, oh, that's pretty good. And then I think like another time is like I was busking, and then I was finishing, and this guy came up, right, yeah, and he's like had like this big smile on his face, right, yeah, and he started giving me all this Pret a Manger food that he got, and I was like, no, this is too much, and he was like, oh no, yeah, so like that's why I mean like I don't like being in front of people, but like when you busk, sometimes it changes people's like mood. People like tend to be like quite they react really nice to you and stuff. I only had like one bad experience, but like the other times like all been like great. But I'm too scared to like go back. But I should go back.
Yeah,
just find a spot.
But no, performance is like is a big deal.
Oh yeah.
It's. I mean, I guess apart from like that Cagliostro, that clown joke.
What was that?
Oh, like this guy comes to see a doctor, and it's like, doctor, I'm really depressed. I've tried every pill, I've tried every activity, because I can't seem to get myself happy. And doctor's like, I know the perfect thing. It's not a pill, it's not an activity, it's a show. Cagliostro, the clown, is in town, and I've been seeing everyone that goes to see him does not leave guaranteed feeling so happy, so full of laughter and joy. And the guy says, but doctor, I am Cagliostro. Yeah. So it's a great joke because it's very funny but also very sad. And like, yeah, oh yeah.
Have you heard about that? Have you heard the guy in the white suit and the Pope joke?
No.
So the Pope is visiting this village in Mexico. I'll just say Mexico, and people are really excited because like it's the first time that like someone like that has ever visited their village, right? So this guy, right, yeah, he's really excited. He's very religious. He's really, really excited. So he decides to like go out and buy this like really nice white suit. Really nice white suit. Like when you look at it, it's fucking beautiful, beautiful. So on the day, right, yeah, everybody's lining up and waiting for the Pope, and the Pope comes and he's saying hello to everybody, right, yeah. And then he passes the guy in the white suit, right, yeah, but it doesn't like mention the white suit, it just says hello and stuff. And then Pope walks further down, and then the Pope sees this beggar sitting down. So the Pope stops and then goes up to the beggar, whispers something in the beggar's ear, right, yeah, and then walks off. The guy in the white suit that sees this, right, yeah, and he's like, of course, like, it's the Pope. He doesn't really care about like fleshy things like this, right? Yeah, he doesn't care about like all this stuff. He cares about like the people that like are underneath and stuff. So the Pope enters this church, right? Yeah, and he's going to be in there for like 2 hours or something like that, and people are still waiting for like when he comes out. So the guy in the white suit sees that the homeless guy is getting up to leave, right? Yeah, so he quickly runs over to the homeless guy and he's like, "Brother, please, can we change clothes and stuff?" And the homeless guy's like, "Oh, and he's like, no, please, because like, look, it's a really nice suit, right? Yeah, your clothes are really dirty. Can we change?" So the homeless guy like agrees, right? Yeah, they change clothes, and then so the guy that was originally in the white suit is now in the beggar's out stuff. The beggar's gone away, and then he sits down where the beggar was sitting before. The Pope finally comes out, right? Yeah, and everybody's cheering, and then just like that, right, the Pope notices the guy on the floor. So like the Pope stops, goes down, goes to the guy, bends down, puts his mouth in his ear and says, "I thought I told you to fuck off."
Amazing. I gotta try that joke. If I ever meet someone that really loves the Pope, I really gotta try it. I don't know. I'm never gonna meet someone like that.
That's one of the few jokes that I thought was like funny and stuff like that. Oh yeah. What was I saying before the jokes?
I thought that. Talking about how performance.
Oh yeah.
Is really important.
Oh,
did you hear that? Like I think it was a letter or a note at a show Jimmy Carr got. Like thank you for like X amount of like days or years. So essentially, this it's kind of funny because nothing bad happened, but like so this like teenager, I think she's like 15. She's been very sad for a long time, and she decides she's gonna kill herself.
Oh yeah, and then like she managed to stay alive because she was watching Jimmy Carr.
Yeah, because she had to pick a right time to kill herself. She didn't want to be interrupted by like her parents, so she's waiting for everyone to go to sleep and to pass the time. Yeah, she listens to Jimmy Carr.
It's really like even like when you like go on YouTube and then you listen to like these sad songs and stuff like that, and you read the comments, and then a lot of people like in the comments are like, "This song got me through like some hard times and stuff like that."
What a sad song did?
Yeah, like there's one song that I was listening to is like Blind Melon Changes, which is a really good song, right? Yeah, and then you read the comments, right? Yeah, and you find that like a lot of people like they were like depressed and down at like a certain period of time, and they were listening to the song and it like got them through.
Yeah, because I guess you feel less alone. I guess in that way.
Yeah. It's like a performance. Like it is so powerful, so powerful because it can change your mind a lot.
Oh like, God, yeah. Like
when I went to go see Offspring in concert, and then I was listening and I was like, this is fucking shit. No, I'm joking. I never went to go see Offspring.
but like I see it all the time in Christianity. It's more of an American thing, but like the way the lighting, the sound, it's like you would see, or it's better than something what you would see at like a professional musician. Performing, and like I think she's like professional, say a musician performing at like a large stadium.
Yeah.
And yeah, really amazing, like at priming the audience were like, yeah, the good feeling. But
Oh, yeah.
again, I don't mind that feeling. I mean, it won't happen to me again in a church, but I remember wait, just one. There's just too much like
going on there.
There's no way it's true. These are bad ideas going on. But no, there was oh yeah. So when I went to see Star Wars Attack of the Clones,
Oh yeah.
I went to see it at a really big cinema in Leicester Square. The one that's only got one screen, but it's like massive.
Yeah, I used to work there.
Yeah. And so it's the first day it's been out. So and the screen is sold out, it looks like. So everyone in that screen is a Star Wars fan, or maybe the girlfriend of a Star Wars fan. And they're all like, but it's packed. So the atmosphere is like just electric. Like everyone is going like, woo, like no one's like feeling shy to like when something they're amazed by something, they're going, oh, this is really, like, wow, it's really cool, it's really funny. Because they know they're amongst like minds.
Yeah.
And to be fair, the film is not terrible. I mean, it's the first time I see Yoda fight, which is great. But I left that film thinking that was the most amazing film I'd ever seen in my life. So, first day the Blu-ray comes out, I get the Blu-ray, and I rewatch the film, and I'm like, oh, this is shit. It wasn't shit, but it was just alright.
Yeah, that's the same thing like when I went to go see like the first Star Wars James Abraham thing. And then like, I was watching it and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And then I watched it later on TV and I was like, there's too much lights. There's too much light.
So that film, what I like about rewatching that film, the first J.J. Abrams one, is that I really liked it when I watched it in the cinema. But then when I watched it again, I was just like, okay, this is a very well made film. I just enjoyed it. But when I watched it again, I did enjoy it a little bit less. But I did like that. Like there was more. The characters just to me had like more depth and more realism.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Luke Skywalker's a great character. I don't really think, and Leia's pretty cool as well. I don't really think much about the rest of the cast, but Luke is just like he's this pure force of like good.
Yeah.
And that lack of conflict I did find a little bit boring. But even though it was very admirable.
Yeah, but what about when we went to go pick up cinema to watch Equilibrium?
Oh, what about it?
Don't you remember that?
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah. Because that was one of the best cinema experiences I had.
Oh yeah, sure. But yeah, with an action film though, you do need that surround sound. I mean, the thing with when the two little things roll out onto the floor, and everyone's like, "What is that?" And he's shooting. And he runs out of bullets right next to those two things that he rolled out. It's like, they're fucking cartridges. Oh my god. He knew exactly when he was going to run out of bullets. That the film, like when people talk about like how the Matrix was like the first to do like stylish action, like, okay. No. Matrix did a lot, but you need to check out Equilibrium. Yeah, you need to check out Equilibrium. Yeah.
Even I remember the part where like he's got the dog in the.
Yeah, and all the girls in the film go like, oh.
Yeah, and then like and he thinks he's getting away, right? Yeah, and all you hear is like the dog bark, and everybody in the cinema was like, oh.
I remember that bit. Okay.
Yeah, I remember that. I was like, oh. It was kind of like, about like, because this is another thing that I realised as well, right? Yeah, and I got this from like wrestling and then other stuff. The crowd, especially like football, right? Yeah, the crowd, if you can get them like at a certain like level and intensity, right? Yeah, you can make an average thing, right? Yeah, seem so great, so great. I don't think you ever seen like this really good scene, this really good pay-per-view. It's like it was an ECW One Night Stand, and it was like Rob Van Dam versus John Cena. I don't know. Stop me if I told you this already.
No.
Yeah. So the crowd was an ECW crowd, right? Yeah, and they're really into it, right? And John Cena does this thing where he takes his shirt off and he throws it in the crowd, right? So what happens is, right, he takes his shirt off, right, and throws it into the crowd, and what the person that catches the shirt, right, throws it back at John Cena,
Right.
Yeah, because the ECW fans they hated John Cena. They did not like him at all, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They were rooting for Rob Van Dam because they felt like John Cena was like everything wrong in wrestling.
Oh.
And this is the reason why I really love John Cena, right? Yeah, like after like learning a little bit more about him, right? Yeah, he could have like stopped, right? Yeah, and then just let it be, right? Yeah, but instead he went to go get the shirt, right? Yeah, went to another part, right? Yeah, throw it into the crowd. Same thing happened. They threw it back in, right? Yeah, he could have stopped there. No, he kept going and going and going, and then that made that whole like place, right? Yeah, just like go nuts. It was so good. Like if you watch the crowd, right? Yeah, it's like they were so hyped up, right? Yeah, that like you couldn't help but feel like engulfed in that moment. And that's another thing about like wrestling, right? Yeah, it's like people don't realize, right? Yeah, like if you when you got loads of people, right? Yeah, and if they're really excited about something, right? Yeah, no matter how much you watch the clip over and over again, it will always like have the same effect.
Oh god, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's that nostalgia as well, because like because of like the like we were like young teens where you had that whole like Cactus Jack, Mankind Cactus Jack, like Triple H.
Oh yeah.
That thing was amazing. Like everything about it was perfect. The optics were perfect. Their fighting styles were perfect. There's such a great contrast. But also the commentary at the time, like great. All these things coming together, and and also, I mean, really, I have to really thank like Mankind. What's his real name? Mick Foley.
Mick
Foley for this, because like that is, I think, probably the. I mean, I don't know if I've wrestling says, but to me, he's just the greatest wrestler of all time in terms of like what he's willing to do to put through for everything that the rest of the story needs.
Right.
I mean, like and he also had such fun. Like his personality was so much fun. He had such a glass half full personality. I mean, like that barbed wire match, which I always assumed he's fake barbed wire until that one match when he falls into it and his lip gets stuck in it, and he's smiling. In fact, he looks like he's trying to hold back a laugh.
Yeah.
And again, like what I like about this that wrestling is everyone knows that this is like there's an element of danger to it. But no one breaks character. They keep going. They build up. They use this one to build up his persona, and because that's what he wants as well. He doesn't want to waste this moment. So like
you're probably not gonna get that type of wrestling for like a very long time because wrestling changed quite a bit to the point where like you ever see like Botchamania?
No.
Yeah, like or they highlight like the fake things about wrestling. You know, like because. You know, like, so back in the day, right? Yeah, like people used to think wrestling was real, right? Yeah, so they had to like keep kayfabe, right? Yeah, make sure like, people still believed in that and stuff. And then wrestlers were like touring different places and stuff like that, and they always had to like keep their kind of like persona. And then it was quite physical as well, right? Yeah, so like, if you get into a wrestling match, right? Yeah, you had to like make people believe that what was happening was happening. But nowadays, right? Yeah, there's not a lot of like they call it like independent wrestling, right? Yeah, it's more gone to like being like very comical. Yeah, and the ones that like on top and stuff, they don't really like go out to do like indie shows and protect their image. So like wrestling nowadays, right? Yeah, it's like two different things. Like Mick Foley, right? Yeah. There's no one in this day and decade, right? Yeah, that probably can like match what he was doing. There's some hardcore wrestlers, but it's kind of like stupid hardcore.
Oh, I get it. Yeah. Like a wrestler. I saw a recent one where a wrestler versus a tent.
Yeah, see, this is what I mean. What I mean. So it's not gay to have comedy in wrestling, right? Yeah, but like, for example, like if two boys were gonna have a fight at school, right? Yeah, if the two boys really hate each other, right? Yeah. How many people do you think like would come to
How
go
to
see
watch
that?
it? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But if it was just play fighting, would anybody like go to watch?
No.
Yeah, and that's what I think about. Like that's what I think about wrestling, right? Is like if you can make it seem like really real, like people would want to come watch that stuff.
Yeah, but also it's a good story. Like
Oh yeah.
annoyingly, like a lot of criticisms towards wrestling come from people who say appreciate like like very critically acclaimed like theatre. Stuff like that.
Yeah, but wrestling is theatre. Like,
wrestling is theatre, not just that. It's the closest thing we have to original theatre.
Yeah.
So what the ancient Greeks were doing is very more similar to, and actually there's been a little bit of a return to that in theatre, but it's still not way under the radar. One of the most interesting things I saw was like it was an opera, but it was all done. All the songs about Mario's world, and the people singing are in like they're in cosplay, they're in Mario.
Oh,
cosplay.
really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Looks amazing, but they're all great singers. So the thing is, like, yes, it looks silly,
Yeah.
but this is fun. Like, there's and also there's another really annoying thing where like you can't take something seriously if it's not like unless it's like sad. Like I saw this really cool interview with Michael Shannon, and it's been
that's odd, yeah.
yeah, it's odd, yeah. And he was saying like, oh, we should make a movie together. How do you feel about a buddy comedy? And Michael Shannon, right, missing the beat, responds like, well, I take friendship very seriously. How about a buddy drama? And I thought like, that's fantastic. Like, like I love that. Like, it's a bit like it was a little bit scary if you like very serious, but like, the sentiment behind that was like that you can have this fun thing that you can take seriously. And but
it's funny that because there's not a lot of like buddy dramas in it. Because if you think about it, right, there's loads of buddy comedies, right? Yeah, but there's no like, I don't know if there's any like, films where it's just like about two men who are not in love like sexually, right? Yeah, but who are like about friendship.
There is, but it's a drama comedy, so it cheated a little bit.
Yeah.
It's called okay, so the name of the film is it's named after this game that they made up and they only played with each other. It's got Ray Romano and something Duplass in it, but basically Ray Romano's friend in the film, he's got cancer, he's gonna die, so they kind of go on like on a road trip.
It's always a road trip. It's always a road trip. It's always a road trip.
Well, yeah, because like that's how you get to places you've never seen before. So you know.
I tell you one film.
Quickly.
One film that I did see. Sorry, it's not like not but you know, I don't know if you know his film. You know, like the in Cannibal Run.
Cannibal Run.
Yeah.
Oh, Burt Reynolds.
Not yeah, but you know, the guy that is with like the fat guy.
I don't know.
I think his name Don something. Yeah. It done a film called Fatso, and it's about like it's a very interesting film, right? Yeah, it's about like this guy. He finds out that his cousin just died from like obesity and stuff like from being like big, and so the rest of his family want him to like stop eating and stuff, and it's just like his struggles with like trying to deal with it.
Okay.
But it's like kind of like a slow film, but like I thought it was like really good, really good. Not a lot of people seen it. But anyway, yeah, like buddy dramas. Like I can't even class like Rain Man as one because it's not really a buddy drama. It's because they're like brothers. Yeah, and I don't think you can count like war films as one as well.
Oh God, I just thought of one. Tangerine. So it's by the same guy who made Anora. I think it's his first film. So the film takes place all in one day. It was shot on an iPhone as well. Not that that's important, but it's a cool fact.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Yeah,
I should do a film on iPhone.
Yeah, and so it's about the two transgender black women, and it's just like a day in their lives, and their friendship gets tested, and it has like it has one of the most uplifting moments I think I've ever seen in films. I can't think of anything like that made me feel more like positive.
Oh, what happened?
So towards the end, one friend finds out a secret about the other, and once they do this thing they need to get done, she's like, we're never going to see each other again. Then just before the film ends, one of the friends is attacked, and she's like, she's alone now by herself, like vulnerable. But even though she's in the state, she's still apologising to the other friend for what she did. Yeah. And the last shot is the friend is mad. She reaches out and grabs her hand.
Oh, that's tripped me up. I like that stuff like that. That's like in Well Rider, where like the girl goes to ride the well.
I don't know that film.
Well Rider was quite a popular film when it came out.
The only film I know with whales is, well, I guess
Free
Avatar
Willy.
and Free Willy, yeah. Oh, and that Star Trek movie.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We need to like this alien that wants to contact the whales and stuff. Isn't that dope? Like
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Oh yeah.
I was do you know they did it in Star Wars recently? I was like, you can't.
What?
You're not, they did it in Star Wars recently.
Oh, with it?
Yeah, I mean, it was a different take on it, but I'm like, I mean, Star Trek already did whales in space. Are you allowed to do whales in space as well? Their whales are different. The Star Wars whales are like aliens, and they can travel further than like any ship can, but they look just like pretty much like whales, yeah.
You know, I was wondering, like, in that Star Trek, like, one where the big thing wanted to talk to the whales, right? Yeah. I wonder what the conversation was like. It's like they get these whales, right? Yeah. And the guy's like, "Hey, I've been calling you for like, for like, I go, where am I?" Guys, you alright? Guys, yeah, I'm alright. Go, I see ya.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Well Rider is about like it's done in New Zealand, I think, and it's about this this tribe, and they have to pick this like the kind of like new leaders or something like that, yeah. But only boys are allowed in it. And there's one girl, and she loves her grandfather, and the grandfather's the one that like picks who's going to be like, you know, part of like the tribe and stuff. And the grandfather doesn't believe like a girl should be like a leader or anything like that. So I'm choking up. Like, so what happens at the end, right? Yeah, like all these whales that they worship and stuff, right? Yeah, end up on the shore, and they're all dying, and they're trying to like get these whales back into the sea, right? Yeah, but they can't do it. So the girl, what she does, right? Yeah, she gets on top of the whale, and the whale chooses her, and then the whales all go back into the sea, and then like she rides the whale, and then you can see like a scene where like she's holding onto the whale, and it dips down really deep, and then up again, and they think that she's gonna die because she's riding this whale all the way to the sea. It was just like, I was just choked up. I'm so choked up.
Wait, so there's a possibility that she died at the end?
Oh no, she lives.
Oh, she died. Okay.
Oh, I'll tell you. Okay, have you seen a film called Circle?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
One where, like,
Yeah, well, they'll still do the things, and then it can kill you instantly if you get like
Yeah.
If you, I think you vote to that, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the bit where it was like down to like the pregnant woman and the
But
kid.
yeah, we didn't know she was pregnant until that point, though, did we?
Oh, no, she had
I
a
think-
bump.
Did she have a bump? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then the little girl, she goes, "Oh, you can take me." I was like,
Hmm.
"Oh, I'll check it out." Oh.
Yeah.
I know they say that guys can't cry, right? Yeah, but sometimes you watch a film and like, oh god.
Yeah. I had a similar thing like that with Game of Thrones. You didn't watch Game of Thrones, did you?
Nah, not really.
So anyway, there's a scene where one of the kings, one of the leaders who wants the Iron Throne, he uses this witch can create magical assassins for him.
Is it like when he kills his daughter?
Kills his daughter. But the thing is, before that, that daughter comes up to him because she can tell something's wrong, and she says, "Oh, I'd love to help. I'll do whatever I can to help." And she means it really sincerely, and it just made me feel really sad because like that girl has every reason to hate the world. She's she's disfigured with that scar, but she's not. She's a very positive person, and she's very down to earth. Like she talks to that Stannis' like servant, even though he's a man that can't read. It also it's Game of Thrones, so it's very rare to have a kind character anyway, even because even most of the children are shitty.
So
that I just got so angry because I knew at that point what was gonna.
Yeah, that Stannis fucked up. But I guess they had to I guess it's in the books. They had to had to put in there. I don't know. I never go into.
No, they changed something. So the Red Wedding, where most of the Starks die, they made it more brutal in the show. It wasn't as bad in the books.
That's like when they made the final battle really dark.
What in what Game of Thrones be?
Yeah.
Actually, I thought really? Oh, that's fine. I think it was fine. I don't think it was overly.
Well, I don't really watch Game of Thrones anyway.
The Battle of the Bastards starts off quite dark when he makes one of the remaining Stark kids run into the battlefield, and God, I can't remember his name. The White Wolf Stark. He's trying to ride to save him, but the guys let him go free. He knows exactly when he needs to loose his arrow, exactly where he's going to be to kill him. So he makes sure that by the time the White Wolf gets to him, that his arrow is going to pierce the little boy right in the middle of the battlefield.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was... Oh, and I think he had people on crucifixes on fire as well that he'd captured from their army beforehand. So yeah, that was a really dark... But that was one of the darkest characters, this guy called Ramsay.
Oh yeah, Ramsay is the one that cut off that
guy's dick.
Yeah. There's a lot of nice characters.
Yeah, had a woman eaten by dogs as well, when you first meet him, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe shortly after.
And the actor that plays him, right? Yeah, is like he goes. I don't like that.
Yeah, I heard about people apparently Carlos Esposito, who plays Gus Fring in Breaking Bad, he said he scared a woman. She saw him, she got frightened.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Oh god, actually I've got an even better one. So in Game of Thrones, the actor that plays Negan, who is the most hated, the best villain that show's ever had. He's incredibly easy to hate. And he is, in real life, he's he's good friends with the guy who plays, oh god, I can't remember his name, but there's a biker character on it, which everyone loves. Literally, I used to work with a girl who went to a Comic-Con just so she could meet him and give him a hug and get an autograph.
What, anyway, in Game of Thrones?
No, so in The Walking Dead.
Oh, The Walking Dead. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the actor that plays Negan, something Dean doesn't matter. And the actor that plays the biker guy, they're mates, good friends in real life, and they go on biking trips, motorbike trips, and people will see them together. And the other guy, the other actor, he plays a guy called Daryl. Another guy, they'll see Daryl, oh, Daryl Dixon! And then they'll see, and I was oh, Negan.
Yeah, that's people getting really engulfed in the character. I was gonna say one clip that I'll probably go back to watching Game of Thrones is when Stannis is talking to his brother, and then he's got the witch. He's got a witch with him and stuff, and it's you need to speak to your brother, right? Yeah, he's from he comes from Smoke and Fire, and then Phoebe's like, Smoke and Fire? Is he a ham?
I did. Do you know what? I did like his brother because he knows he didn't. He knows he's he's younger, so he knows really he has less legitimacy for the throne. And I remember one of their first meetings. He's just nobody wants you to be king. Nobody nobody likes you, dude. You don't have any friends. Why are you even?
Yeah, it's a shame that he didn't last all the way through the season and stuff because I think he had the bigger army, innit? The most powerful army
at one point, yeah. But he was impatient. So yeah, it was a shame because he out of all of the leaders, he probably had the most honor.
Yeah.
I really like that bit, because Brienne is the one that kills him at the end, and he doesn't beg, he sees that she's a knight,
Yeah,
and he
yeah,
just
yeah.
says, "Do your duty."
Do your duty. I remember like
And there's looking at her like, I didn't want you to be. I didn't want the man I killed to be like you. I wanted you to be like dishonourable.
yeah.
But there's a bit of respect, and which I
Yeah.
don't think she liked before she like, you know.
Yeah, the he woke, and I think that, like, when it happened, right, you didn't see like his head chopped off and stuff. So people like had like conspiracy theories, like, oh, he's gonna survive and stuff like that. Yeah, he's not really dead and stuff like that, but he's really dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I don't really like watch Game of Thrones. I haven't watched like a lot of stuff. I was gonna ask you, right? Yeah, did you see the new Predator trailer?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Did you read the comments?
I didn't read the comments.
Comments are funny.
I mean, like, no, I want you to read the comments because I all I can say is that, like, look, I guess I'm glad. Okay, I guess I'm glad they're making new types of Predator products, but I think in this one they went a bit too far for my liking. Like, because I liked Prey, which I was surprised at. Like, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And that new Predator animation looks really cool as well. Hopefully it will be.
Yeah.
But yeah, this I feel was like a bit much.
Because they made him, I think they were saying like because they made him like look more human than actually Predator. And
yeah.
Then like the comments are like, he goes, this Predator looks like he vapes.
He does. He does. Yeah.
All the comments are like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Like I click on the trailer just to watch just to read the comments because the comments are funny. But they were saying actually that like that Predator is actually a young Predator. That's why he looks like that. And then once he gets older, right, he'll start changing and stuff. But I feel like they might have pissed a lot of people off having like him look like that way.
Yeah, like
it's kind of like that Sonic thing.
Yeah, like I think the character can still you can still have good characters that wear masks, even if it's a scary mask. Like that would be something I would prefer. Like
yeah, you can save so much on like makeup and stuff like that. Yeah, because if it was like the Predator doesn't show his face at all, like all the other Predators before it, I'm pretty sure that film would have probably made like it would probably be like a box office #1 and stuff. Like loads of people come to see it. I mean, I'm still gonna go see it, but I'm not sure if it will be.
You're not going in with great expectations.
Yeah, that's why I want to go to like that Curzon thing so I can like have like a pizza. So like, so if I don't enjoy the film, I can at least enjoy my pizza.
You know the last two Marvel films I saw, I went in thinking, oh, these films will probably just be average, and I got really surprised by Captain America: Brave New World. It is an average film, but it had a very interesting subplot, and with what's the recent one, The Thunderbolts. That was a little better than average, but I get why it got the good. Do you know what that film's got really good reviews? And do you know why?
Why?
It's because it deals with depression and loneliness. So because it's got a really important message, people have ignored all the stuff that they would usually criticise. Because it's just it is an average film.
I'm thinking that because you went in with low expectations, and it wasn't as bad as it thought it was. You enjoyed it more. Is that kind of?
I think it was more like. I mean, I wish it did that, but it was more like I thought this film probably won't be terrible, and it wasn't. So it only slightly exceeded my expectations. It wasn't like a lot, but yeah.
That's like when I went to go see Batman vs Superman, and in my head I was like, this film's gonna be really really shit, but it just turned out like it wasn't as shit as I thought it would be. So I was like, oh.
See, I went that film with high hopes because like, all the main DC people were in this film. Well, not sorry. That's I'm thinking of like Justice League. But okay, two of the biggest DC characters are both in this film.
Yeah.
Unlike there's so many films where they've used like I'd never heard of Guardians of the Galaxy before the Marvel film. Yeah, and those films are great. And so I'm like, okay, well if Marvel can do that with characters I've never heard of, I'm sure if they can use again two of the biggest DC characters, the film is going to be amazing. And don't get me wrong, there are some really cool things. You've got the best Batman action scene ever, that warehouse scene. But, every time they're on screen together, it was just awful.
Yeah.
And that was the annoying thing. Like, the film is good if you take all the scenes when they're on screen together. Yeah.
I mean, that firstly, that Guardians of the Galaxy, I felt like it's just an '80s film, anyways. I'm thinking like DC. I don't think DC really know what they're doing and know how to market themselves, anyways. Like the DC animations are really good.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Oh yeah, I mean, Red Hood, that's a really good one.
That if they you know what, if they got that Under the Red Hood right here and just made that into live action right here, but just got like the proper cast, not Jared Leto, and that would be like a good thing. Also, like the thing about the Under the Red Hood right here, like was something that like I was talking to my brother about right here. It doesn't use too much music. It doesn't use too much music, so like it's a dialogue and the sounds around that kind of like set the story. So like if you're gonna do like a live action of it, right, it has to be like that kind of style. But yeah, like if they were to make go down that direction, DC, right, yeah, they'll have like loads of people like will be buying the films and enjoying them and stuff.
Yeah, but, and you could do it like straight away. I mean, there's this whole thing like to make an origin story. I think Kevin Smith made this point. Like, you don't need to keep showing Batman's parents dying. Like everyone knows.
Yeah,
everyone knows. Like, yeah.
There's no need to do it. Yeah, it's the same thing like when they do the like Spider-Man reboots. They always have to start with the origin story, and it's like there's no need. There's no need. Just start somewhere else. Start somewhere else, because if we wanted the origin story, we just go like watch the other film to get the origin story, or just read a book. Guys, yeah, but like like when that Suicide Squad, the first one that came out, right? Yeah, I initially thought that like because Marvel was like kind of like colorful, light-hearted and stuff like that. Yeah, I thought DC was going to be like a little bit different, more darker and grittier, which makes sense because then that way, right? Yeah, you can have like a different kind of like target audience. So like when the Suicide Squad, the first one, the trailer came out, right here, I was like, oh, okay, they're going down that direction, because that's actually like quite something that like I'll probably like enjoy. And then the second trailer came out, right, yeah, and it was like, fuck it, we're not going that direction no more. We want to do like what Marvel's doing, and that's and they ended up fucking themselves over. That's what I thought.
There's one thing they do differently though. And I only know about this because I watched a video essay on it. But so Marvel uses this technique called bathos. So it's when you present something like tragic or usually something sad. Tragic is sad. I'm saying yes. You present something like tragic, and then you immediately make a joke about it. So there's a really good one in the first Avengers film where the humans are basically telling Thor that like Loki's terrible, we hate this guy, and Thor's like, choose your words, for you speak in front of a prince of Asgard, and then that was like he killed X amount of people in like just 3 days, and Thor's like, well, he's adopted. And it's funny, but the thing is, it works. But like,
I guess
it's a style of, and the thing they do this type of comedy thing like. Most of their films, it happens all the time, and like now it's almost like more of like a Marvel style than like the original, whatever, which I assume Greek, I think it came from.
But I can understand why they will do that, because they don't want like the film to be like too dark. Because I heard like studios, whenever like they were making like films, they didn't want the film to be like too dark, because it made it harder for them to like try to sell or whatever. It's kind of like, I think they were saying about like the Michael Keaton Batman, the first Batman, and the second Batman. I think they didn't want it to be like too dark, because the studio also wanted to like sell toys. Yeah. So like, I think that was the fear. Like it's like, you can make it dark, but not too dark.
I mean, I actually, I think for the most part, I enjoy like bathos. I enjoy that style of like making something comedic, in a sad part of the story, but there are definitely some times where I wish they had just like kept it serious. Like, do you know how Nick Fury, how he loses his eye?
Oh yeah, the cat.
The cat. He got scratched by a cat. Okay, fair enough. It's an alien cat, but even worse, really. The worst thing about it is it was just like a it was like an accident. It didn't seem like something that was like
Yeah.
yeah, it was like just a random thing. He thought were their friends there, and that's it.
But I guess in the comics it was like something else, isn't it?
Well, it's not even whatever it was. I don't really mind. What bothers me is that like with a guy as like serious that he is with a history that he has being a spy, you would think that like yeah now it kind of ruins his character a bit because like how did someone like not as good at what they do as you are lose an eye to a
probably it's not the real Nick Fury anyways. It probably is David Hasselhoff.
I think we can.
I think David Hasselhoff was like about Nick Fury anyways.
David Hasselhoff. When was David Hasselhoff Nick Fury?
Yeah, it was Nick Fury like in 90s or something.
Wait, is that any original Captain America film?
What?
You know the first one when he gets like I'm doing that trick where he gets in the car, and then runs out of the car, and then gets back in the car again. So there's an old American film. I think it's 90s, and this film has this weird thing where Captain America will cheat people by trick people by doing this thing. So he'll get into the car in the passenger seat, and then he'll like quickly get out like he's gonna run away. So the driver will chase him, but actually all he's done is run around to the driver's seat and then he just drives off the car. Okay, I think he maybe only does it twice in the movie, but still, that's like more times than you expect it to happen at all.
Well,
but yeah, and I was asking if David Hasselhoff is Nick Fury in that movie.
No, I think the standalone Nick Fury film.
Oh, it's about Nick Fury. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, and he looked really cool in it as well because it's David Hasselhoff. And then like in Nick Fury in comics, right? Yeah, he has that. He has like. Well, I say like black hair or something like that, and a bit of like white going through.
Yeah.
And then like David Hasselhoff, like I don't know if like, I wonder if like maybe my mind is like messing with me, but like I remember when I saw it as Nick Fury, I thought, oh, that's a really good Nick Fury. Let me see, David Hasselhoff, Nick Fury.
Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, I feel like it's impossible to get the right. Well, okay, I think that might be what.
Oh, okay, maybe it's not that great. No, okay, it's just in my head.
But it looks like everything. Like my favorite. It's still pretty good.
Yeah, I thought I think I might got like.
For the time,
confused.
That's good. That's good.
Not really. It's just an eye patch. I thought he had like the white thing going through his eye. Yeah. Straight to DVD.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's only so much you can put into the look of a character anyway. Like, with Spider-Man's, one of my favourites, the one I wanted to like most, was Andrew Garfield. And I mean, I like them all. Andrew Garfield isn't my favourite, but I wanted Andrew to be my favourite because, like, he had the physique. Like, like that's how Spider-Man looks in the comics. Also, like, the way he went from, like, the way he was, like, a bit more confident as Peter Parker. I like as well, because Peter Parker is actually not like an awkward person. He's a confident person. Yeah. So that I liked as well. But, yeah, there's something about the Tobey Maguire ones, which, like, I just, even though they changed the character, I kind of, like him more, like, you know, more.
Yeah, it's that I think like when people like if they talk about like Spider-Man, they'll probably like think Tobey Maguire is the one. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's something. Sometimes like actors bring this like a different style into the character, like that fits so well.
Yeah. Christopher Reeve is Superman, which actually, to be fair,
yeah, he's the best. He's the best Superman because. What I thought he done really well right here is that like all the other Superman right here it was like you're Superman and then when you're Clark Kent you're still like it's like okay Superman alpha male right here Clark Kent beta male I guess right yeah but like a lot of the other Superman right here was like going like alpha and then alpha and alpha yeah but where with Christopher Reeve is really good right here was like he played both characters very differently. where like Clark Kent was quite meek and
Mm.
and like awkward and stuff, and Superman was very confident. That's why I like
Yeah,
Christopher
and like
Reeve's one.
also Christopher Rice is a big guy. Like
Oh yeah.
he has like he had a great build. Like for someone who looks like that to be so comedic and he did it really well as well.
Yeah.
Like he's a great comedic actor.
I haven't seen him much comedies though.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, no, actually, no. That's a good point.
Yeah.
But I think what I meant by a comedic actor. Like, he's good at being funny in like a serious scene. Like, say, like the way, like, say, Tom Hardy is in the first Venom movie.
Oh yeah, I never watched it.
Okay, well, he's basically all the scenes where he's like trying to like resist the symbiote or argue with him. Or when he's like doing things he can't really control.
Right.
Like all that scenes, the physical comedy is like spot on.
I'm not surprised because
Yeah.
Tom Hardy comes from like theatre background, anyways.
Yeah.
Talking about people that like fit the role right, like I thought like what's his face, Kevin Bacon when he was playing Sebastian Shaw in the.
Oh really? Okay, cool,
Yeah.
nice.
Because I thought Kevin Bacon he's got this sense, he's got this style about him, presence, which I thought was like really cool. Like I was like, and the way he talks as well is like really menacing.
Oh yeah. We're looking for the enlightened people. Yeah. Or the advanced people. I can't remember say the advanced people. But yeah.
Yeah.
One quick point I wanted to make about Superman is that I think it's possible that both Christopher Reeves and Henry Cavill were both equally perfect. Only because like the reason I like Henry Cavill is because I got into Superman like in like the late 90s noughties. So and that's like when you had like like the Death of Superman Doomsday, For the Man Who Has Everything. You still have stuff like All Star Superman, which is like quite a fun one, but you had like these other three that are really really popular and also really dark, which were great. And also seeing like Superman like tested, and also kind of revealed that Superman will occasionally kill as well. So that was all the stuff I'm reading about Superman. So then when Henry Cavill comes out, it's like, oh wow, you're like the Superman in the comics I read. So that's what I loved about him. But I still feel that like Christopher Reeve for the film and probably for the time as well, because Superman used to be like a lot more white bread.
Yeah.
That like it was probably like
Yeah. Because I mean like, I want to say that Henry Cavill was like a bad Superman. I thought he was a really good Superman. I just think he needed to work on his Clark Kent. Yeah, but then again, like you read more comics than me than stuff I don't read actually.
Yeah.
So,
well, annoyingly, in the comics, in the modern Superman comics, you don't get well the ones I've read. You don't get a lot of page time with Clark Kent,
which is a shame. Which is a shame because like that's one part that you actually have to tell. This and it's the same thing like with like Shazam as well. Like the first film was really good. I didn't bother watching the second film because I kind of knew it was going to be shit anyways. But like it's like you have to tell like both stories, and actually I'm thinking that like with the Shazam story, the real hero is the kid, because he's having to like do things that are like much greater than what he can handle. But yeah, like, I think like Henry Cavill, good Superman. Yeah. It's a shame that he didn't like carry on and stuff. He was very good. He was very good in Mission Impossible.
Yeah. You don't think the thing doesn't like that?
Yeah.
He just ad-libbed it.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. Yeah. They showed like a clip, and it was like, and then they watched it back, and it was like, oh, what was that? Like,
got lost in a role. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like Joaquin Phoenix will like dance.
Huh?
For Joaquin Phoenix in Joker, he'll dance for minutes. You know, unprompted.
And
Henry Cavill did it. Yeah, I know.
Do you know why? Do you know why? I didn't think that the Joker was that great a film anyway, and I'm happy that Joker Part 2 bombed because I knew it was going to bomb anyway.
That film bombing might be the greatest act of a director charging his audience that I've ever seen. So the first Joker movie, it had this like cult following amongst like some incels, but that's kind of glossing over it. It's more like these types of people that have like a very like negative view of the world, and what they got in a Joker movie was they got like someone to aspire to, even though it's very clear in the film that this guy has like a mental illness. So Todd Phillips, the director, I think he wrote or did some screenplay as well. He didn't like this following. He's like, people enjoyed my film, but didn't get the message I was trying to put across. So he basically he undoes all this in a second film. He has a Joker that like realizes that he actually is unwell, and he's remorseful for what he did, and he denounces himself as the Joker, basically doing the most un-Jokerish thing ever. Because remember, what people really want, what I really wanted, was for that character to get even crazier and turn into the crazy, but also like hyper intelligent, hyper evil villain. But yeah, instead he made him like more like someone you feel really sorry for, and a humble person, which everyone hated. So yeah, yeah, I think the film bombed, but I think I think the director is probably happy that it bombed. I think he wanted everyone that loved the film, but like loved it in a way where they think like the Joker's something to look up to. He wanted them to hate it.
That makes sense. That's pretty good then. Like because I never thought about it that way. Like he sabotaged his own fine work to make sure that it doesn't like lead into something.
Well, I mean, I'd like to think that he still believes in the story he wrote, but he was willing for his fan base to hate it.
Yeah, but the first Joker wasn't that great anyways. Like I went to go see it with like my friend, and then we were leaving and we were like, that doesn't.
Yeah, that's the problem with the Joker film, or probably both of them, is that like the Joker is already an established and brilliant character. Yeah, it's popped up in a lot of stories I really like. So
I think
it was really difficult to enjoy the film just as it was, and it actually is. It's a decent film, and definitely well acted and directed about like the struggles of dealing with like a mental illness and like but when you have this amazing Joker character in your head, in the back of your mind throughout the whole film, you just can't really get engrossed in it. Yeah,
because I was thinking to myself like if the film was like called something else, it would be a
exactly, yeah.
But like because it's called 100%. Joker, it's like that name gave it like that brand and stuff like. Because I was telling my friend, right, it's like a lot of the things like that were in that film, like I've seen before, and I've seen like better portrayals of like somebody going like insane than anything. Like one thing that I kept going back to right here is like, have you seen like the Cell with Jennifer Lopez?
Oh yeah, the dream one.
Yeah, and the guy in it right here, I forget his name, but he was in like Full Metal Jacket and stuff like that. He plays Kingpin in Punisher.
Oh, something D'Onofrio, Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah. His character is fucking brilliant. Like because like he's gone twisted and stuff right here. But then you see like the backstory about like how he got there. Like he was like proper abused as a child, and there was like one scene right here where like his father was abusing him right here, and the father gets like a hot iron. And then burns him with the iron. So that scene itself right here was like, oh, that's enough to like make you go like really, really, really loopy. So like when I was like watching the Joker right here, I was like, I've seen the films that done this better. Yeah. And, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Yeah, because I didn't really care for the Joker that much.
Same.
And I'm glad that the second one bombed because I don't really care for like Lady Gaga.
You like Lady Gaga? To be fair, actually, I'm not massively into her music, but I do like that she brought Club Kid style into the mainstream. I mean, at least even I don't know if she like increased the amount of Club Kids you get going out, but she definitely made that image like a popular thing.
Club Kid.
So like, do you know who Michael Alig is by any chance, or Lee Bowery? Doesn't matter. Anyway, basically, a Club Kid movement. It started in the 90s. It's basically it's mostly by gay men. But yeah, basically it was this style of like dressing up. So it's not really like it's like similar. To, it's like kind of like similar to drag, but also similar to like just also similar to like kind of like catwalk fashion as well. But it's done like on a low budget. So you see how you know how like catwalk fashion.
Yeah.
It's like the outfits they're wearing, they'll be very strange. Like you never see them out in public.
Oh yeah.
So people be going to clubs like that kind of stuff.
That's dope.
Yeah. Really
That's
cool.
dope.
Really cool.
That's dope. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I see what you mean. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like Lady Gaga, she was. I mean, she must be some club kid type of person. So yeah, she had.
But I feel like I don't think she was the first. I think like maybe it was like Roisin Murphy that was doing it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Ah, because you
But
know.
Roisin Murphy isn't as big though.
Yeah, I know. But like Roisin Murphy, like I've seen her wear some outfits, and I'm like,
yeah,
those are like really, really weird outfits.
Yeah,
really,
you can
really
say the same of like Prince as well, and of David Bowie. But again,
David Bowie, I don't know if I've seen any like outfits of like David Bowie.
But again, like it was more with them. It felt more of like a persona. Where with Lady Gaga, it's like oh, this is just like something I felt like wearing.
But you know what, like style is like really important in music and other stuff. Because I remember like Razor Ramon's got whole talking about like how you present yourself, and it's like when you presenting yourself, you can't be like any average Joe on the street. You have to like look like somebody like where people like look and say like who's that person, who's that person. So like when you're like a celebrity, right? Yeah, you can't and you're vying for like attention and stuff, right? Yeah, you have to like be able to like turn heads. People have to like look and go, like, oh well, who's that? So that's why they were wearing like all these like really amazing clothing. You know, like in the 80s, where like the black singers used to have those big shoulder pads.
I think that was mostly that one band, wasn't it?
Was it?
I can't
New
remember.
Edition?
No.
Because New Edition.
Oh, maybe I figured of the one that like it looks like they had like, a whole like space theme associated with their.
Or they're like. I think it was like. I don't know.
Let's just quickly Google and see if we're talking about the same people. But
Who's this sending me messages?
Space theme. But another thing I want to say about like Image is that like it can still call. Well, I don't not so sure about the mainstream today, but I feel like it has gone both ways for.
Oh, it's Georgia.
Both ways for musicians, for artists. Like say like Amy Winehouse and Pink. So you remember how Pink had blonde hair from the second album onwards, and she got kind of better. Before that, she was an R&B singer.
Oh yeah.
And Amy Winehouse, she had like regular hair. She dressed like just like most women you'd see on the way to like a bar on a Friday, yeah.
And then she had to like change.
And then you saw all these tattoos. She had the heavy makeup. Yeah.
I'm trying to find that.
I found them. Maybe not.
I'm trying to find like the outfit that. I think that's the closest. I think that was the closest.
No, done.
Thing.
I'm failing with my one.
New Edition.
New Edition. Oh, okay. No, I think that.
They had these the big shoulder pads in the 80s and stuff to like kind of make them like look like have that kind of like that V shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. To make.
Wait. Yeah, I do know what you mean. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you're right.
I know,
and I like matching outfits and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think like that was quite big, like because I think for the guys, you had the big shoulder pads to try and make you look like a buff. I don't know if they got that from like the 1950s or 40s or something like that. But yeah, but it's important to to look a certain part and dress a certain part, especially if you're like if you're a musician. That's why I like it when like musicians they make the effort to dress up. You know, like that song, "Wake Me Up Before You Go" by Wham.
Oh yeah.
And then and there was that. I mean, like in the video, they change outfits and stuff, right? Yeah, but like, the one that I like the most is like when they're all in white, and they have like.
I'm not seeing the videos.
Oh, is it?
No.
Oh, they have like George Michael's in white. They're all in white jeans and stuff, like all in white and stuff, right? Yeah, and they'll have a white T-shirt and then black writing on the T-shirt that says "Choose Life." And I was like, oh, that is so cool. That is so cool. Everybody's in white. It looks nice. It's kind of like an R. Kelly video where they go to a party and everybody's all in white. But you can't watch that video no more without having to.
Do you know how to make? Do you know how to make people really? How to make a lot of people really sad? You told them that R. Kelly wrote "I Believe I Can Fly" because people know about Remix Ignition. A lot of people know he did "I Believe I Can Fly," which is like easily in the top 10 of most uplifting songs ever of all time. So when you say like, oh, by the way, that song that is one of the most uplifting songs ever written. That's why the guy who's a paedophile. No, sorry, hebephile.
Do you know someone said that like in that song right here? If you like listen to the end part here, apparently right here, he faintly says "suck my dick."
No way.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
It was in the comments.
The thing is, I could believe that with like a story to back it up, like in it's because, but yeah.
I would have been surprised if it was like a subtle thing, like because I was listening to it and I was like, yeah, it sounds like he says something.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm saying like having something like that without like no motive, like you know what I mean. Like if it was like he was like mad at the label at the time, something like that, or like.
He was talking to the producer.
Oh.
Yeah, and after his finger singing, something.
That's great. That's a professional right there. But I can get through a song, see it perfectly, and still say, oh, and by the way, because I want to say this thing before I start singing, but yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Kelly, he's just here to sing. No, you're a bad time. You do what I tell you to do. Imagine you're so powerful, right? Yeah, you're so powerful. People throwing themselves at you, right? Yeah, it's like you feel like you're invincible. Yeah. I remember like some girl talking about like when she met Eminem, and then like she goes back to his apartment, and they're about to have sex. And I think she goes out. Eminem was like sitting in a chair, and he was like,
yeah. But I don't think it's like a bigness thing. I think it's just like a personality thing. Because I've heard like similar stuff about like Aziz Ansari, and like he's like I mean, don't get me wrong, he's done well, and like I think he's like really like great comedian. But like I feel like he was probably always the way he was. But yeah, like oh god, I had a really good example before they were famous. But yeah, so one of my favorite music stories is it was the first time Dave Chappelle met Kanye West. So this before.
It's about like I do dope shit. I do.
Yeah, and it's such a great answer because the thing is, it's not about the success. It's about like this thing I'm doing is the most important thing in my life, and also I'm really good at it.
Yeah.
So yeah, like when to some to ask me what I'm doing, like you're not gonna get the Gary of it. So I'm just like I'm gonna form off. I'm a dope nigga doing dope shit, right? That's what. Yeah. I say that to people all the time when they ask me what I'm doing. Like I'm dope and doing dope shit.
There's like a story about like this German footballer called I think is Netzer, and he's a really good footballer, right? Yeah. They had a bust up with the manager, right? Yeah, and he wouldn't go on the pitch. And the team were losing. I think it was like the last game of the season or something like that. The team was losing like 1-0 and stuff. And like because they had a bust up with the manager, right? Yeah, the manager wanted to go on and stuff, right? Yeah, and then like he wasn't having none of it and stuff. So come to like the end of the game, right? Yeah, he's like, okay, I'm ready. I'll go on now. Yeah, subbed himself on, went on, right? Yeah, and then they end up winning the game like 2-1 or something like that. Yeah. And it was like one of the things where I was like, yeah, I did this. Yeah. I'm the shit.
Yeah.
I'm the shit.
That's really considering a game that takes literally 11 people and one person takes 11 people 11 people side and one person like
yeah. I can't remember like if there's any other like stories and stuff like that
What you mean in sports or in football? Or?
Yeah, in sports, because I'm pretty sure like because you know some stuff to be in sports, right? Yeah, you have to believe in yourself, innit? Like you have to really believe in yourself.
Yeah, but I think that's easy because like just like how intelligent people believe in their smartness, but I guess it might be a bit different with intelligent people as like many are scientists and scientists do kind of look for error, but there's still like there's just a lot of stuff they just know and they can just like quickly say like yeah. Well, with footballers like they have a lot of like I guess what I would call like physical intelligence. They have they have like an understanding of like physics within the sport. Sorry, that yeah. But the thing is like I think a lot of people that are very good at what they do have arrogance. They just present it in different ways.
Yeah.
So like and because like many footballers they come from like a common background, they're more comfortable doing expressing arrogance in a way that like it's very familiar. But I would say that like most people with a lot of skill in any area can have some form of arrogance. Like
if you know your shit, then like you can get away with it and stuff like that.
Would you like to hear an amazing Kenneth Branagh quote? He once thought about quitting what he was doing to do something else, but he said to himself, "I couldn't do that to the world of acting. I couldn't remove myself. That'd be too much of a." I mean, I don't know if it's. Do you know? I haven't fact checked it, so it might not be true, but like, I think it is true. And holy shit, what I think. And the thing is, like, yeah, sure, he's a good actor. I mean, I'm more into directors, but yeah, sure. But like, I just love that like, someone would say something like that, and yeah, I just couldn't do that to like, couldn't do it to the world of acting.
It's like because like some people, right? Yeah, like when they know their shit and they're arrogant about it, right? Yeah, it's like it's hard to like. I think a good example is like probably like Zlatan Ibrahimovic. No, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Yeah, Ibrahimovic. He's proper arrogant. He's proper arrogant. Like, and he knows that like he's a good footballer, but it's like that arrogance gives him like that extra boost. But yeah, guys, what was I talking about before the sports and stuff?
Oh God.
Because I know I was going to bring out another topic, but yeah, I'll go back to like because I think we were like talking about Joker and stuff like that.
Yeah, Joker. Yeah, no.
Because like so before we went down tangent talking about like the crowd being like that thing that like makes a thing really special, isn't it?
Yes.
Like, yeah. So like you went to go see Star Wars and the crowd were like so hyped, right? Yeah, so you enjoyed it. Like same thing if like you went to like a football match, right? Yeah, if the crowd is like really amped up, right, you'll enjoy it.
Oh, actually, with football matches, I would say that's the one. I'd say with performance and wrestling, yes, but with football matches, it's a bit more. It's a bit different because like there's a phrase you often hear with sports fans that you won't hear anyone else. They'll say, "We won" or "We lost the match," which is a really weird thing to say when you're just spectating. Like you'd never say, if I was watching like a play, I never say like, "We did a really good performance." No, you watched something really good. You didn't, and you supported something good, but you didn't do the thing.
Yeah, but like football is like a war done in a sports kind of way. Like same thing like with like American football. American football. You can say tennis as well because people sometimes have their own favourites. Yeah. Other sports as well. Like you always pick a side. Pretty much anything that we're gambling on, anyway. But with football, like it's like you always have like one team that you normally pick. Yeah. People normally have like one team, and when you invest yourself in that team, it's like you feel like you are now as one.
Yeah, which I don't like, and some people do this with actors. where like
Oh, is it?
yeah, there's like this Zach Galifianakis story where this fan like sat down next to him in a restaurant, but like at times that's like with his family. So imagine with your family, some stranger. But the thing is, like, because like, oh, I saw you in a Hangover, and I'm your biggest fan. That's like, oh, this, it's like I know this person already. I bet he'd love to be approached by me. Yeah,
that's people getting like too engulfed in like movies, anyways. Like to the point, like I think I stepped over the line once when I like saw Fred Durst. And I accidentally put my finger on his shoulder, and I'm like, "Oh, you're Fred Durst." I should never done that. He could have like turn around and like beat me up and stuff like that. So I learned like, oh yeah, you know, like you have to like distance yourself. But some people don't know that distance, innit?
Yeah, and I think also some people are just kind of like rude. Like they because I think like these celebrities, they don't even always get approached by fans. They get approached people who like just know they're famous and they just want a photo or an autograph with a famous person.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that like, oh, if I go to this person and I say take a photo, you will take a photo because that's what you're supposed to do.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's like almost a bit like this ownership they believe they have, which is like I think is a bit messed up.
Yeah, but at the same time, right? Yeah, it's like people don't really like make these things like clear and stuff. Like for example, like
because image is so important. Like people have to think you're a nice person for you to be popular.
Yeah, except for Russell Crowe.
Oh really? Really?
Yeah.
You reckon he's maintained popularity being online? Why do people not like Russell Crowe?
No, people like Russell Crowe, but like it'll be like a bit to ask an autograph for him, right? Yeah, you like probably have to be like a little bit cautious. Cause there was that thing where like there was a video like where a woman came up to like ask for like his autograph, right? Yeah, and he blatantly shat in the face, told her to fuck off, and then she went off crying and stuff like that.
I mean, that was a bit aggressive, but you did approach a stranger because he is a stranger.
Yeah.
And I was saying like for something that isn't like an essential service.
Yeah.
So
I tell you, like I think it's because like if they're getting too much, right? Yeah, it gets to them. I tell you one person that I really did like when I met him, right? Yeah. You know, gimme.
What the sitcom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Had that female British artist. She was on Kevin and Perry.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Or not her, but like the guy that was in it, right? Yeah, I saw him walking down Regent Street, and then I went up to him and I talked to him. It was really, really nice fella.
Oh, I love that guy. He was in the Thin Blue Line as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that guy, right? Yeah. Should have been like could have. He just so talented.
No,
He's
yeah. There are so many especially British actors I've seen in like TV shows, even if they're like comedies or dramas, you can see something in there, and like I'm like, why isn't everyone giving you a role in something like that just seems so
I think I think what happened with him, right? Yeah, I think he went off to the US to do like a sitcom with Bette Midler, I think it is.
Oh, nice.
But I don't think the sitcom was like really that good. I don't know if he had like a good impression of it and stuff. I think he started to go like in a different direction, but at the time, right, when I was watching him, right, yeah, it's like he had like good comical timing. The way he used to like word stuff was so amazing. Like you'd think like he'll like get bigger. But also he said like something like where he said like he because of like the way he looked and stuff, right, yeah, he can never be a leading man. Yeah, and that makes sense because most of the times the people that go from like TV into like the big screen, right, yeah, it's like people that like are gonna be in like leading roles.
Yeah, it's a shame as well because like I feel like there's room for like different looks of a character. Like so like Steve Buscemi in Boardwalk Empire, that was a fantastic show, and he does not have to look of a leading man.
He just has to like
but.
And you'd think like people give him a chance because like Joe Pesci, like he can go from like being like very, very, very funny and goofy, right? Yeah. To very, very scary.
Yeah,
at the
and
same
he's a
time.
small person. He's physically small, and he's terrifying in all these. Well, not in every scene, but like there are many. He has many terrifying scenes in his films. So like I think we can definitely get back to that. That being said, there are some exceptions. Like I was annoyed when that new Reacher series came out because my brother's into the books. And he was saying like, oh yeah, so this Reacher they've got in the series, that's actually very close to how he physically is in the books.
Oh yeah.
And there's so much in Tom Cruise films which made me think like, gosh, yeah, I guess the film actually would have been a bit cooler if it was done by a bigger guy. Not that I think he did like a terrible job or anything, but actually that's not even the first time. Do you know the actor that plays Candyman? Do you know who that role was first pitched to?
Oh, who?
Eddie Murphy.
Oh, is it?
Really? Yeah. I don't know what you want. Eddie Murphy can act well enough for that role. But yeah, that would not have been the right. I think Eddie Murphy's like my height or a bit shorter, and yeah, it would not have been as intimidating as.
I don't think. That'd be weird, like for Eddie Murphy to do it. They must have like offered Eddie Murphy that because they come off of that Beverly Hills Cop or something like that.
Yeah, cause he was like big, and also typically comedians do make good serious actors as well. Like you've got Robin Williams in Insomnia.
Yeah,
fantastic.
It's like a Terminator. Like the Terminator was supposed to be the guy from Millennium. Like in Terminator, there's like these two cops, one white guy and one black guy who like look after Sarah Connor.
I don't really remember them now.
Oh, okay. I'll show you Millennium actor. I might have to go soon, anyways.
Oh no, yeah, that's cool. But don't leave on this like Millennium cliffhanger.
No.
Must know.
I said I have to probably take my because I've got like Eurovision party tomorrow.
Oh, nice. So you're not boycotting Israel then? Yeah. Someone asked me the other day why Israel even in it. I was like, well, they have European heritage, which is kind of the whole thing.
Yeah.
But
did you ask like why Australia's in it?
Wait, Australia's in it? Oh, again, European heritage. Yeah, this guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he was gonna be like the Terminator, and but then like through like talking and stuff like that, Arnie ended up becoming the Terminator. So I think that from when I was watching the documentary, and I think like the director didn't want Arnie to be like because they were pitching Arnie to be the character Reese.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow! No, that would not have worked.
That would not work.
I don't think I've ever seen not Reese's role is like romantic, but I've not even seen anywhere in a semi-romantic role. Well, maybe the spy action comedy with Jamie Lee Curtis.
What? Arnold Schwarzenegger in a romantic comedy role.
Yeah, in any kind of romantic role.
It might have been like romantic in like Twins and
yeah,
Junior.
I get.
But it doesn't really look like the romantic type anyway.
See, that was the kind of romance is Twins is kind of a bit like so there's this like this ethical question that comes up sometimes in films. So it happened in Twins. Most recently, it happens in Big. Very recently in Poor Things, it's like, and the question is this: like, if you've got two adults, but one of those adults either has the mind of a child or has the experience that you would equate to a child, is it right for them to be together romantically? So like in Twins, he's like he's been isolated from like the rest of the world. So he has lots of like mannerisms that are very childlike.
So she's a pedophile.
But she, well, I mean, not only in the psychological sense.
Kind of like Benjamin Button, but
yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, they did this really cool thing in the Invincible series where I think she's called Goblin Girl. No, she's called Monster Girl. So every time she turns into a monster, she gets a bit younger as a human. So when you meet her, she's like I don't know, she's a bit like 8 years old,
Mm.
and she was talking about like how it's impossible to date people because either people won't be attracted to her because she looks like a little girl, or worse, they will be attracted to her because she's a little girl.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, but that's like, yeah, it'll be. But there's some girl because it's a condition, yeah. There's a condition where you
a curse, yeah.
Yeah, there's a condition where you like look like a little girl. And,
Wait, really?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you never know that.
I don't know. I'm a little bit no.
So there's that famous story about like this girl getting adopted and they find out that the girl's not actually a girl.
That's what they based that horror film on.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Oh.
And then also like prior to that, I used to when I was working in Superdrugs, there was this woman that used to come right here, but she looked like she was 8 years old.
Mm.
Yeah, literally 8 years old. She had like 8-year-old body, and then she used to help me backpack and stuff. But she was so rude to like customers and stuff like that. Yeah, so I knew about that condition before, and the thing is like right here, she had a boyfriend. She had a boyfriend right here. So like we always used to think like, okay, actually she's of age. Yeah, she's of age, but she looks 8. Yeah, but the boyfriend is he going out of her because she looks 8 or what? And then there's also like this program of online where they're talking about like another American girl. She's like she's got the same condition, which is I think she's like 20s or something like that. Yeah, but she's still got the body of an 8-year-old. Like she can't grow out of it.
Wow.
And she ended up getting herself a boyfriend, and it's like this white guy who's like fit and stuff, right? Yeah. And then like it's just like you can imagine like people thinking like, is this guy? Because you want the girl to be happy. Yeah. Yeah, but you think about is this guy like a fucking?
I would like. I'm not gonna lie. Because not that I would like it to matter less, but physical attraction does matter a lot to me. But again, I'm so happy like they can look beyond that. And you know what? I'll say this, which is a bit controversial. Even if they are into that look, I would like to think that they would never go for someone like that unless they had the mind of an adult, which makes it
yeah. What are you saying?
But
I don't know if I can do it because it's like eating an unripe apple.
Yeah, I mean, like it's nothing. Yeah, I mean, like don't get me wrong. I say I'd like to be to care less about physical attraction, but I mean, it's not like it's an unethical thing. Like I don't think that people I'm not attracted to are lesser than me in any way. But I just feel that like in a relationship, we both deserve to like all of each other. I like if I like your mind and I like your body, I would hope that also you like my mind.
Yeah.
At least a good percentage of my body. And,
yeah.
Yeah.
So this guy going out with this 8-year-old probably likes her body.
Yeah. Actually, that being said, there's do you know one of my favourite lyrics is from no, you know I take it back. You just have to like one part. One of my favourite lyrics from that Beautiful South. Different. I think it's called Different Sizes, something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's like I love her body, especially the eyes. It's a great lyric. The eyes are part of your body. Like you know what I mean? Like that's such a like a cool yeah. Because like usually when you say I like my body, you're talking about like you know like.
Is it her eyes or her thighs?
Oh man, if he says thighs, that's like totally ruined.
I won't.
No, listen. No. It's okay.
No.
Do you know why? Do you know why? Because I want to know how people felt when I told them R. Kelly wrote I Believe I Can Fly. So okay, Beautiful South.
Nah, probably because you know sometimes when they sing, sometimes like the words can be like misleading. It might be her eyes.
Yeah, we'll find out. I love her body.
That's like when like in Oliver people think that he says, "Please, sir, may I have some more?"
But
I think he doesn't actually say that. He says something else.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a bit of that film. There's that Obi-Wan Kenobi quote as well that people get wrong often.
So yeah.
And annoyingly, that is another annoying TikTok video that I had to fact check. So, do Do you remember we're both wrong. I love her body, especially the lies. The lies. So the way her body lies. Oh, maybe he means.
Is it lies or lies?
No, it's lies. Like lies. So I think I'm guessing he means like
No, you better keep googling it, because sometimes when you look at lyrics, right? Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like the proper lyrics, anyways.
Oh, it's called Perfect 10. Of course, it's called Perfect 10. I don't know. Do you think Genius would be reliable?
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That one.
Try that one. Yeah.
Yeah, she. Oh, okay, fine. Okay, but that's okay because I still like that other lyric where it's like she's a perfect 10, but she wears a 12. So that's still not as good as the other one, but still. Let's see. Yep, it's lies.
No, it's
from
not.
two sources.
But you can write to him and say like, "Oh, she changed it to eyes."
No, dude.
Hello, Moto.
Oh, is that, But yeah.
So I'll go in like 10 minutes.
No, that's cool. But yeah. So do you know what I did? Do you know what Do you know what? Now I'm I feel like I wasn't disappointed enough. I wanted more.
Do you know what? It was like someone done a video about like the Big Lebowski, and they were saying like, oh yeah, in the Big Lebowski, they think that Donnie is actually a fictional character, and then like because the dude doesn't actually talk to Donnie, and then my brother was telling me, yeah, and my brother was telling me that, right, yeah, and I was like, my brother was telling me that, and I was like, no, the dude actually does talk to Johnny. It does talk to Donnie, right? Yeah, because it does it in this scene and stuff like that. Yeah, so like whoever made this up, right? Yeah, clearly didn't see like the film, or just probably got like the director's cut or some cut.
Yeah, I think they just want to like just someone's putting out these false facts. It's a type of villainy, but instead of like going out and stealing, hurting people, they're putting out these fake facts into the world. Up until recently, I would instantly adopt and like share. Like the one I had the other day was like in Die Hard, where Alan Rickman's character Hans Gruber says, and Alexander wept for there were no more worlds to conquer.
Mm-hmm.
And so that quote is from the book that Die Hard is based on. And that's the only time that quote was used before it was in the film. And it's a lie. That quote is from, I don't know, somebody wrote a book about Alexander centuries ago, and it's from that book, yeah. So,
yeah. See, that's what I mean, yeah. It's very hard because people tell you stuff, right, yeah? And then, like, and if you don't fact check it, right, yeah, you end up believing it. It's like, I think that's, we talked about this before and stuff. That's why I'm always cautious about like when people tell me things, because it's like, I don't know. It sounds good, but let me double check.
Actually, I get equally annoyed by people that try to give me too many facts. So one thing I'll talk about now and then is that how Kim Kardashian, she got 6 black men off death row. So she saved the lives of 6 black people. So what
probably killed like a couple of people when they got off.
Do you know what? The more I think about it, the more I like it. Not just because I'm against the death penalty, but because we're aware of the racist prison structure in America. It was a way for them to continue slavery, essentially.
Oh yeah.
So and also you've got stuff like the Central Park 5, where they were incarcerating people who didn't have the mental capacity to even defend themselves. So all like this harsher sentences for black people. There's a mental illness problem in the West that no one is really talking about. We're just locking people away. So what I'm thinking about these 6 men on death row is like, what was done at any point in these men's lives from their government, from their neighbourhood, to help them? And even scary enough, what if some of them are innocent?
Yeah.
So
it happens in the UK as well. Yeah.
Well, the Black Lives Matter movement in the UK is mostly focused on prisons, black people in prisons.
Because that's what I'm like. I say like, if you want to like put out a fire, you don't like throw water at the tips, right? You have to start at the base, and that's like if you want to like make a world that's like, less crime and stuff, right? Yeah, there's always going to be crime because there's always going to be like crazy people and stuff, right? Yeah, but you have to start like early in the schools and make sure that like when they're growing up that they're okay and stuff like that. They're not going through any hardships, and then carry it on until like the adolescent lives where they're capable of like going into the world. It's like Tupac. Like I think they were saying that Tupac he was going to like he was enrolled in like a school, and it was like a ballet school and stuff like that. Yeah, and they were saying that he loved it there. He liked going there and stuff. And then, but like for some reason, they had to like pull him out of the school and put him into another school, and that's when his life started changing for like the worse. So you know, like if you get somebody and then put them in a good place when they're growing up, they're gonna be fine. Like when they get older, but then if you put them in a harsh surroundings where it's like a do or die kind of thing, well, what do you think is gonna happen?
Yeah. But at least it worked out for Tupac. I mean, I don't. It's a shame. I know. Yeah, I know he got shot, and it's a shame. Yeah, and it's a shame he had to go through. What really?
Oh, I think he said he got raped in prison.
Damn. Yeah. I mean, this guy. He wasn't like. He wasn't a bad boy. He was like. I mean, there's a rumor he got in a fight with Michael Jackson once and lost. And the thing is, like, there's some believability to it because one thing that's known about Tupac is that he's not a gangster type and he can't fight. So
yeah.
So yeah.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people like that. Like they look a certain way, right? Yeah, but they can't fight.
Yeah.
It's like they talk about like oh yeah, so like the American system, right? Yeah, I always knew it was fucked up. Anyways, I was like, it's not a place that I want to go to, anyways, right? Yeah, because that's why I think it's always funny, right? Yeah, when like they have these videos of like these black Americans, and they're like, is it safe to like what's it like to like go travel to like China or like Indonesia and stuff, right? Yeah, it's like it's safer than where you are right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you go like if you're black and you go to another country, right? Yeah, you're treated with respect. I mean, most.
I mean, I'd say no. Actually, I do kind of agree with you. I have this sort of really memorable interview. The interview took place in Japan. It was with a biracial girl. She's half black, half Japanese.
Oh right.
And the question was about racism in America and in Japan. And she said, well, they're both racist, but she appreciates the honesty that she gets here. So because the racism has some layer of respect to it, which sounds odd, but like it's kind of like the Japanese culture is a bit weird, where it can be very rude. Yeah. But in the
most respectful.
But they're being rude in a way to be polite in their own things. Yeah. Which is it seems contrasting, but it for their society it works. I mean, it does make a little bit of sense. But yeah, she said there's more honesty, and she prefers that. It's a little bit less. So
yeah. And then like when I went to Japan as a black person, I guess like going on holiday.
You went to Japan?
Yeah, I went to Tokyo.
Oh, nice.
It gets a little bit boring after after a week.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, because when people think of Japan, they really just think of like Tokyo.
Yeah.
But there's a whole other rest of it where it's just like empty buildings and really old people. Because it's like mostly old people that live there. Like it's like very. Do
you know about like the Japanese houses that going for cheap and stuff?
Yeah, because they're trying to get people to like live there. Yeah.
So I was thinking of like getting enough money like doing that, but like because there's traveling there as a tourist, and then there's like living there. Like if you're traveling there as a tourist, right? Yeah, you're kind of like no one's gonna like be bad to you. If anything, people want to come up and want to talk to you because they're interested. They're like but if you're living there, I wouldn't say it's like proper racist, but it's kind of like their system. Like it even like for example, you may think it's against like black people, right? Yeah, but they're probably like wouldn't let any foreigners in at all because they have like clubs in Japan, right? Yeah, where it's like no foreigners.
Yeah.
Same thing with like South Korea, like no foreigners. That's just how it is. Like it's not because you're black or whatever like that. It's just if you're not part of their culture, you're not coming in. Yeah.
In fact, that something similar is done with like gay clubs here. They have a certain percentage of straight people, which is quite low. Well, I mean, I'm saying that as a bisexual person, but it's that's a low percentage. And once they hit that percentage of straight people, no more can get in. I felt really proud of myself once, as I don't feel like I dress in a stereotypically queer way most of the time.
Oh yeah.
And I was on a date with a cis woman, and we were
yeah.
at this club, what's the place called
Cis woman.
Dalston Super.
Cis woman is that
Cis woman.
just like it just
I
means
said
like
a woman,
straight?
yeah, a woman, someone who was born biologically female and identifies as female.
So just a normal woman.
Yeah, normal woman. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Sorry. I, you know what? It's because I always talk this way. So I use this way. Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Anyway, there was a male-female couple in front of us, and the doorman says they can't come in. They see me and her. To be fair, she does dress very queer, and they're like, yeah, come on in. So.
So yeah.
So
it happens. It happens.
to be fair, now I'm retelling the story. It was probably more her.
They
More the
do.
reason I got in rather than me.
But to be fair, like it happened. It kind of happens everywhere. Like whenever you have like a certain type of group, right? Yeah, they want to like keep to tradition and stuff. They're not gonna like let outsiders into like tradition and stuff.
But I think it even like goes beyond tradition. I think there's like a need to have like a safe space. Like this gets talked about all the time in music. Trans people and like toilets. Yeah, because the whole thing is like the argument is, the conservative argument is that trans people are trying to go into women's toilets to do something bad. And that's the thing. So like the whole thing with having a safe space is like so if you know there's this group and they want to be in a space where they feel safe and comfortable, and you happen to be from a group that makes them feel differently, why do you want to, or even just uncomfortable, why do you want to join in? And the reason often is like, because like it's cool and it's fun for me, but it's fun for like them. Well, I mean, I'm talking about queer people at queer clubs, but like it's not just fun for them. It's like everything. It's like it's also all like the abuse and stuff, but also all like the queer friendships they've had. It's their whole queer history in a shared space with other people, and that's why they can have so much fun there. So and so if you're not even been invited, then really you've got no place to be in there.
Yeah, and people shouldn't really be complaining anyways, because like you have to understand when you're a human being, there's going to be some places and some people. Some places where you just can't go, and then and some people that like probably just don't want to mix with you, and it's not and you shouldn't take it to heart, because for every place that like for every door that is closed, there's others that are open. Like
it's a real like Westerners problem. Like actually, gosh, there's this influencer. I think it's called Johnny Somali, something like that. He harassed some woman in a shop. I'm not sure if this story is in Japan or Korea, but he got locked up. And I don't I expect what happened is he'll just give a big payout for the trial, but I don't know. But like I do like that, like he was just incredibly rude within a place and within a culture just to make a fun video,
and then
and you can see in the video everyone is just too polite to like tell him to like fuck off. He got put in jail. So
and you know what, people like that are kind of ruin it for like everybody else. Like it's like if you're, this is why I say like if you're a person the best thing that you can do because it's not probably going to happen like in this decade it's probably going to happen like for your children and stuff it's just don't be a dick. Just treat people with respect and stuff like that, because the best way to like kind of like combat these kind of like stereotypes and stuff it's by being a good person. Being a good person, because all those things like people are going to get old and you're going to die with this kind of like stigma. But if you're a good person the generation that's going to come after you they'll see that and then they'll carry it on.
And also add a little thing, being accepted into every type of place is not a human right. Human rights, there's certain places that you should be allowed entry to no matter what. That doesn't count for women only cars, women only train cars. They have those parts of the world. Doesn't count for gay clubs. Doesn't count for doesn't count for a lot of gay stuff. Gay pride as well. It doesn't count. Doesn't count for like some clubs where the vibe is very like black centric, and you're not black. So like, yeah, that's okay.
You
For
know,
you not to be included because it's not something you need to live. Yeah.
yeah. Because imagine like you have these like Arsenal. You have like a pub, yeah, an Arsenal pub, right, yeah, and there's Arsenal fans, right, yeah. There's a hardcore pub, right, yeah, for Arsenal fans and stuff like and someone from Tottenham decides to come into that pub, right, yeah, for a drink. What do you think is going to happen to them? What do you think is going to happen to them? They're going to get the shit kicked out of them. But the same thing, like, for that person that's a Tottenham fan, right, yeah, he has to understand, right, yeah, that he's not allowed in that place. But it doesn't mean that there's another place that is for Tottenham people as well. So he can go there.
Yeah, I would say, like, the only reason he should be going into that place is if he needs
trouble.
a phone or he needs water. That's it.
They won't let you use a phone.
No, but like for an emergency, I mean, really needs it, yeah. But that's it. Like, there's no reason. If you're going there for a pint and support scratchings, then yeah, I hope that they red paint is left where where you stood. Like, it's just like.
Can you imagine, like, he goes in there like for a pub and support scratches, right? Yeah, the music would just cut off, right? Yeah, and the guy would just like come up to them and like, you need to get up and get the fuck out.
Yeah. Then I think you might have a bit of like, say, yeah, you probably there'd be a little confusion. I think there'd be a politeness because people think of like these these football fans like being impolite. No, I think people in the back would wait to see the people in front wanted to beat them up first before they would go forward. But yeah, it would definitely be the landlord's job to like you
better get out of it.
Probably slam like one of the little mallets down as well, like
guys, we don't serve your kind.
or maybe serve them a drink, but like have very visible spit like off the rim. But yeah.
Because some places you cannot go. You cannot go, but you shouldn't like take that to heart. It's just like you can't have every girl in the world because you're not every girl in the world wants you. So
you know what I was thinking about today? I was thinking about like my type, and yeah, my answer's been the same for years. I just wish it was like Mystique from the X-Men. Like, that's my type.
Well, which one?
Anyone.
Well, Mystique from the X-Men. The constitution change into like
any person, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
but
also, I'd be really ethical about it. I would be like, you look however you want to look.
What if she just changes it to you?
Oh, yikes.
And the thing is, right, yeah, I guess it's a good thing, right, yeah, because you'll be having sex with her, right, yeah, but like, she can change into anything through sex, innit? So like, if you piss her off, right, yeah, she might like, to a bloke.
I mean,
or change into like
a
tiger or something like that.
I don't think I could do a tiger. I could. No. But again, no. If an animal, we've said it has to be a sheep because then I'm gonna get messed up if it's a sheep. But yeah.
Can she turn into an animal, or just human beings? Can she turn into
she probably can turn into because she can turn into like a child, so she can probably turn into an animal.
She can turn into a child.
Yeah. She does it in the reboot. Yeah. Oh no! Wait, no, she doesn't. She was a child when she was yeah. So yeah, no, she can't turn into children. So I take that back.
Only like adults and stuff.
Yeah.
I'll have to Google that.
But yeah, no, she can probably turn into like an adult-sized animal. I don't see why she wouldn't be able to. Because yeah, she can turn into like what? Actually, yeah, you're right. I'm not sure because Morph can turn into anyone, can't he? But yeah, but I don't think Mystique does have limits. Okay, so I'm going to change my answer. Morph is what I'd like to date.
But question, right? Yeah, like when they change into these people, right? Yeah, can they change the size of themselves as well?
Oh yeah. Mystique changes to like taller and shorter people, but but like Morph, literally he can turn into Sabretooth if he wants to. He can
use his powers and stuff.
Well, he gets like he gets seemingly like an agility and strength boost depending on who he turns into. But
yeah, I think
I'm not sure. I don't know enough about him.
My type of woman probably at this moment probably would be like a nice cup of tea.
A nice cup of tea.
Yeah.
Someone hot and wet.
Exactly. I would never leave it.
Never leave it. I don't know, but I think it's healthy to have the fear of someone leaving you. Like
I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind people leaving me, but I rather than they be upfront about it because there's a lot of people that do like the ghosting stuff. And shit, yeah.
I mean, I think ghosting is fine at a certain stage when you've known each other. At a certain stage of like intimacy you've shared, I should say. But like if you haven't, if you don't have that much closeness, then yeah, it's fair enough. But I'd say even if like you felt like you're getting close to someone and you get ghosted, don't be ashamed to send them a text saying how you feel. Because fuck it, or like what you like. At least at least they would know that like that. Because I think with people who ghost, there's I would like to think that it's mostly because they're like, oh, they don't care if I don't reply anyway. They'll just get someone else. So I'd like to think that. That's my most optimistic feeling on it.
I think people that go, for me, I think people that ghost are just like not really. I think in a way it's a good thing because it's like if they don't have like the balls to like break up with you or tell you that it's off, then they must not have like the balls for like other stuff as well. So like you might as well just yeah, because it's kind of like you have to have like a little bit of a code about you, like for example like if it's not working out with a girl and stuff, right? Yeah, I'll just tell her like it's not working out because I feel it's like the right thing to do. If she doesn't accept it, the blame's not on me no more because I did it. Like it's the blame's on her because she can't accept it. But if they just like ghost, then it's like, well, you probably don't have that much respect for the other person. So that means like you're probably going to do that to like other people along the way as well.
For me, I've never ghosted anyone important, but I have taken too long to break up with someone, and both times they said still something weird, and I was asked why I was being weird, and then I said, I avoided it, and eventually they both asked, "Are you going to break up with me?" And I said, yes. Yeah. So the reason why I didn't like what made me afraid of breaking up with people, why I have to build up the courage, is that like you're rejecting someone for being themselves. It's not like when you reject someone for being wrong. That's easy. I can do that all day, every day.
Oh yeah.
I can be righteous as fuck when the time calls for it. But when someone is like basically a nice person, and they've been basically good to you, it does feel kind of shitty to tell this person that like I still don't want to be with you, even though you're kind.
Yeah,
and you let me see the view, which was
which is great.
Great, yeah.
I really thank you for that. But like, but at the same time, it's like a person can be nice and stuff like that. But what's that like Bonnie Raitt song? I Can't Make You Love Me.
The what song though?
Bonnie Raitt, I think.
I don't know.
Got turn down the lights. Turn down the band, turn down these voices inside my head. Oh, so it's like it's a woman coming to terms with like that the relationship is over and stuff, right? Like, yeah. And she's just saying like, I can't make you love me. And the thing is like, a person can be nice and then you can like get along and stuff, right? Yeah. But if you don't have that thing inside you, like where you like, let's say like, oh, this person I really love and I'll spend the rest of my life with. Yeah, it's better off to like just be honest about it because you can't force love, innit?
Yeah, and actually, it was really bad on my part that it took so long because basically this person like breaking up with someone is sad, but it's also an opportunity for them to find
someone else.
Yeah, something better with someone else.
Yeah.
And me delaying that is not.
It made it worse.
It's not. Yeah, it's was selfish. Yeah.
I think that's that's going to be like my biggest regret is when I had like my ex-girlfriend. I sometimes think to myself, you know what? All those years that she spent with me, right? Yeah, she could have been with somebody else. And she could have been happy and stuff. But yeah, but it is what it is. It's life, isn't it?
Well, that's true for both of you.
No.
No, I wouldn't.
No. I wouldn't. I don't want kids. I don't want family and stuff like that. It's too expensive. So I don't want to.
My family would have been poor my whole childhood. Like the thing is like, don't get me wrong. I wanted things growing up, but that
got a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Now I have a full-time job. Yeah. But like back then, like I played with Batman and a Barbie because I could only ever have one, like one action figure. And by the time another one was affordable.
What, did you get Batman to fuck Barbie, or did you get Barbie to fuck Batman?
No, they were just fighting. I was very innocent as a kid. Well, that church upbringing. I didn't really. I'm filthy now, but as a kid, I was like, I was pretty, boring. Pretty white bread. Yeah.
Should I tell you something that like I saw? Like I was like, you get like cartoon porn stuff.
Yeah.
And then like type in any cartoon.
Yeah. Well, I was actually talking about Rule 34 with a colleague at work the other day. Rule 34 is like, I think the main site for like that sort of stuff, like cartoon porn. At least the 3D stuff, anyway.
Yeah.
And we were talking about I can't remember the cartoon, but it was an old cartoon, and I said like, oh, it probably won't be on there because it's too old, and like because there's a lot of focus on like. It's weird. Even in that realm, there's a lot of focus on being topical and being like having a recognisable brand. So when you said like, oh, you can type in any cartoon, yeah, you can do that. But I think you probably get like one Simpsons video compared to like 1,000 League of Legends.
I've seen like loads of Simpsons. Like,
oh really?
Yeah, not videos, but like I mean like pictures.
Oh no! I mean like video. Yeah.
Pictures is it? So like it was like Captain Marvel. The female from Marvel having sex with Thor, and people got such a good imagination. Like so, what she does right here, she's in a dominant position, and she gets like Mjolnir, the hammer.
Mjolnir, yeah, the hammer.
Yeah, and the handle part, she's got it. She's got it in Thor's asshole.
Huh.
Like, and I was thinking to myself, like, so creative.
Huh? Well, yeah. Well, no, I mean, no, that's I would say not just creative, but like essential. So there's a gay porn with Captain America and Bucky, and they start off with a fight, but then they strip off. And have sex. But here's why this is. I've never watched it to the end, and I'll never watch this thing again.
Yeah.
They both go completely naked. I was like, well, no, you're just two white guys. Like, I'm not sure what they did with Bucky's arm. I can't remember now. But like, yeah, it was like, yeah, like. You have to keep some of the stuff on that keeps it identifiable as. I mean, I get like maybe the costume hire was expensive. You don't want to get like covered in all the stuff you're getting covered in, but yeah, that was like I think that was an expense that was worth a shoot like that. So yeah, very disappointing. Very disappointing. Yeah.
I know. Oh my goodness! Some people like. Yeah. You see this stuff.
There's another gay porn with Deadpool and Spider-Man. Most of the clothes are on. Fantastic, and it's great.
Deadpool and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Nothing is sacred. Nothing is sacred. Like they got everything. Like it must be. I saw like. I feel like I see a Peppa Pig one, but it's like this big Peppa Pig, right? Yeah. This big like pig, right? Yeah, and it's got like a trench coat on, right? Yeah, and it's showing his like little willy. And then, like, Peppa Pig herself right here is running away scared.
I mean, I don't know. I don't like Peppa Pig, and I don't like Peppa's mum either. So I'm not completely upset by that scenario.
Do you know what? I need to like Google Thomas the Tank Engine porno. I don't know how it's gonna like look, but I'm pretty sure.
I mean, okay, if someone has made a Thomas the Tank Engine porno, but they haven't actually had someone having a train run on them. Like that, you know, like in the phrase having a train run on you. That would, that you've missed the trick there. There's so many cool train puns as well. You could like say, "Oh, I'm attracted to you." Oh yeah. Getting all steamed up.
Have you seen? I never watched the whole film, but have you ever seen that? Leslie Nielsen, right? He does the spoofs and stuff like that. Yeah. Have you seen the one where he does the spoof of like The Fugitive, the train scene?
No.
So like, so he does a spoof where he's running away from the train, like the train's coming off the track, right? Stuff, right? Yeah. and then he's running away from it. But there's a clip right here where like he thinks he's like escaped the train right here and he's looking around, and then all you see is like the train peep around the corner from the bushes, not from a tree.
Isn't the train scene from the Wesley Snipes one?
Now the Wesley Snipes one has like the great one. It's a train scene, but the Wesley Snipes one has a great one where he jumps off the building on a cable.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But
And
both of them, it's like Tommy Lee Jones following them both.
Yeah. The one with Wesley Snipes in it is really good. Really good. U.S. Marshals. Yeah, it's really good. I should go home and watch a film.
Yeah.
All right, that's
it. Oh wait! Before you end, I just want to end up. I didn't finish my thing. So the whole thing about like people giving me too many facts. The thing that annoyed me about the whole Kim Kardashian getting 6 people out of jail is that people can't wait to tell me like, oh, but you did it for popularity. Oh, but yeah, you know, Trump helped. It's like, okay, fine, but none of those facts take away from the fact that she saved 6 people's lives. So you know,
yeah. But what did
just
they
let
do?
me. Huh?
What did they do?
Oh well, I think you can only be put on death row if you're accused of murder.
Oh.
So yeah, all murders, yeah.
Were they innocent?
Huh?
Were they innocent?
Well, at this stage, we're not going to know. But
Imagine like you're a parent right here, and then you hear like the person that killed your daughter and stuff like that right here is going to be released because Kim Kardashian, who is it?
Yeah, Kim Kardashian, yeah.
Kim, and you're like, what the fuck?
Well, like the thing is, I mean, I don't know, I can't say how I'd feel in that situation, but like prisons are for punishment, but they're supposed to be for reform. That person's meant to come out of prison, and they're meant to be someone who's safe to be in society.
You should check out the prison that they have in is it Norway or Iceland or something like that. Well, like you have the prison, but the prison there is like we said, is like reform.
Yeah.
To reform them and stuff. God, to be fair, you know, if I was like a ruler of a country, right? Yeah, I'd just be killing like loads of stupid people.
No, but it's like, well, that would be slightly more ethical than what we have now. Do you know McDonald's get a lot of their one of the reasons their burgers are so cheap, and I haven't fact checked this, so I won't say it now. But one of the reasons the burgers are so cheap is that they use prison labour.
Makes sense.
So yeah, makes sense. There you go.
Yeah, prison labour like does a lot for like a lot of the American companies and stuff like that. Yeah. You know, like in Marvel's Infinity War, right? Yeah, Thanos wanted to like it was dumb anyways, right? Yeah, he wanted to like reduce the population of the universe so like there's enough food for everybody, right? Yeah, and I was like, why don't you just get rid of the bad people?
Yeah. What really annoyed me is like people watch that film and they're like, oh, this is how we would solve the world's resource problems. Like you'd solve the world resource problem if you didn't do things that caused lack of resources and also shared the resources that you have.
Yeah,
too much of. Like like
I feel like I should have a conversation like look Thanos there's that idea like you want to like take away half the thing right here because there's not enough food right here, but you have the Infinity Stones. Why not make double the food? Why not make double like that? Yeah. You have the power. Because no, I've already made up my mind. Because I think in the comics right here, they had to change it because in the comics like he wanted to like just kill loads of people because he wanted to please death. They should have just kept it that story.
Oh yeah, because that makes sense. Yeah. Like, I keep seeing all these like villains who are seemingly like very intelligent. Thanos is an intelligent guy.
Dumb stuff.
Yeah, this one dumb thing is like, well, now it doesn't make sense. It makes your character a bit worse for you.
Is that I think the only one that I liked is that High Evolutionary in.
Yes, I liked him because he was.
The way the actor done it is like really good.
Yeah, I liked how manic he got.
Yeah.
When he realised that there was things like beyond his control, or well, not beyond his control, but beyond his like his capabilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I thought that was amazing.
Yeah.
And that actor like is so good. Is like, but how did you know this?
Yeah.
I created you. How did you know this? And it was just really, really good acting. Really, really good acting. But
Yeah,
I
'cause-
it's a shame that I don't like the rest of the film. I didn't like. I'm not interested to see the rest of the film.
It was, yeah. I mean, I saw it with someone who like is a big animal lover, and that was a tough one for her to watch. Yeah,
Yeah, you should
Like-
watch Animal Farm. That's.
but that's. Oh god, no! Oh god, I haven't seen it. But I've seen Watership Down.
Or the rat, or the
Rabbit.
rabbits. Oh!
Yeah, and like, the way it ends is like, if you can die if you want. It's like, yeah, I think I'll just die, and that's the. So yeah,
Because back in the days, like they left nothing to chance. They were looking to like scar a lot of children.
I mean, I'd like to think that whoever made it wanted adults to watch it,
no.
but yeah, I think
It's the same thing with that guy that done Dark Crystal right here. He said that like it's healthy for like kids to have nightmares and to be scared and stuff. It's a good part of their upbringing. That's why like he made all these like crazy characters and stuff like that. Even like when I watched Dark Crystal, like yeah, I'm looking at it like and I'm like, this is fucking
yeah,
that's fucking intense.
they made that same point in the Sandman comics and series that like that dreams are just as important as nightmares.
Oh yeah,
they help they form like healthy optimisms and fears within people. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you have to have a fear. Again, nature, right? Yeah, it does these things, right? Yeah, to help you to know like when something is dangerous to your life, and when to stay away.
Yeah.
So like that's why you know like when you have like panic attacks, when you have panic attacks, that's actually your body telling you that this thing is harmful to you. But sometimes your mind messes up with you, so like you can have panic attacks of things that like aren't really harmful to you. So like if in order like for example like if you have if you find it really scary to like go outside, and you're having panic attacks, the best thing sometimes to do right is to take it step by step and then like try to go outside, because eventually what happens is right your mind will change and be like, oh, this is not so scary after all, this is fine, and then you'll calm down.
Yeah.
But that's one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I do like it. I think there's like a lot of people that like, well, I'm included one of these people. You know, we want like a pill, or like just like one exercise or treatment that'll like get rid of the thing you want to go away. And annoyingly, usually it's just like it's time and patience. That's how it's gonna get better. Yeah.
Do you know that I was looking at like people's how people have been committing suicide recently, and then one thing that
Biggest killer of men in our age group.
Oh, is it suicide?
Yeah, in this part of the world, yeah.
You know what? I wanted to go like by firing squad.
Firing squad.
Yeah.
Okay, really? Okay, wouldn't you rather just like one? Actually, no. Tell me why by firing squad as opposed to say like just one guy, one guy.
Wow. I think it's cooler because like
there's a ceremony to it as well, isn't there? I guess in a way.
Well, in my head, I'll picture it like this, right? Yeah. I'll pick a day in the summertime, right? It was nice, and I'll pick like a place where like it's really beautiful, and I'll make sure to like get like shot by a nice tree and stuff. And what happens is right, yeah, like the firing squad people will come to spend the day with me, and we chat and talk and drink and stuff like that.
Oh,
and
okay.
Then I will go to like my spot. And then they'll fire. Then they'll kill me, and then probably cremate me later.
Okay. Do you know what? I like that.
Yeah, it's fucking dope.
Yeah, because it's not just about friendship. It's about like professionalism. Because they've like gotten to know you, probably liked you, and they're like, but we're still gonna stay committed to the professional promise we made to you.
Yeah. I wanted to make a film like that. I wanted to make a film about like a man who was like fed up of life and doesn't want to like, but he's come to that point where he's like, I don't want to carry on living and stuff like that. So I wanted to do it in the kind of like the 1940s or 50s or stuff like that, in like an Italian village, right? Yeah. And then he invites like his friends to come down for the last day to spend time with him, like eating, and he's like reminiscing about like his time growing up, all the things that he's done, and leading up to like when they take him to like to like the tree, and then they shoot him and kill him.
But our friends trying to talk him out of this.
What I thought about like is like there'll be like one side of it, there'll be like the guy's like perspective side of it, right? Yeah, where he's like reminiscing about all the things that he's done in this village, how he grew up and stuff like that. And then there's going to be the other side of it where like you have like conversations between friends, and there'll be like some of them will be like have like their own viewpoint on it.
Oh yeah.
So like one person will be like undecided, the other
Yeah.
person will be like, I don't really want to do this, and another person will be like, this is what he wants. This is like, you know.
Yeah, that's my opinion with people want to end their lives. That like presumably if there's someone close to me, I wouldn't want them to.
Yeah.
But it is their life, and I would just talk to them and say like, you know, have you really thought this through? Have you got all the help you can? And if the answer to both is yes, and they still want to die, then then the only thing left to me to do as a friend is support them. So,
Yeah. I think like if you wanna commit suicide because like you're going through like a hard time, right? Yeah, probably you should get like help first. Yeah, to see like if you can, if maybe like you can get out of that. But if you're not going through a hard time, right? Yeah, and you're just like, I just want to die. And like,
I mean, to be honest, for me, any reason, it's your life.
yeah,
You decide.
Yeah. Yeah, so like one of the things that I saw right here is like they've been getting these helium canisters. They get a helium canister, and then they get a bag with a tube stuck in the canister, and then they let off the canister. And apparently, what happens is right here is like it's a painless death because like it does something to your mind, but you end up like suffocating or something like that and dying.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd still choose heroin.
Oh, heroin.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just go to sleep and don't wake up.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's it.
Heroin?
Heroin, yeah.
Yeah, but like that's not fatal, is it?
If you take a lot of it, yeah, it'll kill you for sure. Yeah, your heart will just stop.
Well, I had the firing squad one, and I wanted to try to do like
Seppuku.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, no, probably not. Probably like, I'll be like, touch a little bit of skin. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that.
Like the thing is, like to commit to I think like that bit. Okay, sure. I believe like, you know, I could probably do it after enough of like, you know, grinding myself on. But after that, going. Yeah. You know, I've never been in that much shock, so I don't know. Maybe what's yeah.
You know, that scene in Blue Ruin where he's like trying to like fix his wound, and then like he can't do it, so he doesn't just go to the hospital. I should have done. All right then, I better go like get my nephews to the shop then.
Yeah. So how many make it too late? Oh, what do you mean?
It was a pleasure. Thank you for the chips.
Oh no, thank you.